Warning: the following content contains strong language and may not be suitable for children. This content is primarily for adults, as this is a trucking channel and truckers have filthy mouths. Please don't tweak if I say. Viewer discretion is advised.
Stay nice, same chair, same ground, right there. Turn it on, lean in close, this that. Welcome to the mark, the mentor show, where the plans turn real and the hustlers grow. Talk money, talk mindset, talk get it, let's go. If you came from the bottom, it's the road you know. It's the mark, the mentor show. Every loss, every lesson, turn it all to gold. From the late night notes to the sold out goals. Say the name one time so the whole world know.
Whoa, the mark, the mentor show. Whoa, the mark, the mentor show. Whoa, the mark, the mentor show.
The mark, the mentor show.
Sweet.
What's up? Come on in, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notifications. If you are in need of commercial insurance for your semi-truck, box truck, cargo, van business, link in the description below for Log Rock, up for renewal. Looking for a more affordable solution for your trucking business, semi-truck, box truck, cargo, van business, link in the description below. There's also a phone number down there for Log Rock, partner the channel. Come on in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. What's going on? What's going on? Happy Thursday. Sorry, I'm running late. We've been good on the 12:15, but I had to put a slideshow together, so I wanted a slideshow today. So I think a slideshow was befitting for the stream today, so I had to put that together. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. What am I doing here? All right, let's get the roll call going on. Shout out to Pippi. Shout out to the moderators in the building. Shout out to Eddie Kim. Shout out to SD Walk MGM Gang. Shout out to CTR MGM Gang. Shout out to Junior MGM Gang. Shout out to Bashir. What's up? What's up? Checking back in from the A. Appreciate for the gyms yesterday. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I talked to you yesterday. Which caller was you? I know I talked to like 2 people yesterday. Which caller was you? Which caller were you? Which caller were you? Come on in. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Turn on all post notifications. It's moving week. I think today we wrapping up moving week because I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow. So wrapping up moving week. Like I said, moving week, not expecting a lot of viewers, you know. Moving is not popular. I get it. Cool with me, but you know, this ain't a popularity contest. I'm just here to give you the information that you need, the news that you can use, and the people that want to make the money, they're gonna make the money. The people that want easy shit, they go on easy shit. You know, they're gonna be in that cesspool of people that's competing for the easy shit. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's do this. So I got something from one of my Amazon correspondent. Shout out to my Amazon correspondent. You know who you are. Sent me some information this morning. We'll just do this for the monologue. I guess Amazon is making some changes. So for Amazonians, the guys that run Amazon Relay, I'm not going to read through all of this, but it looks like they're cracking down on people that have been running the ELD finesse. So I'm going to read a little bit of this. And then the Amazonians who are not abreast, because I don't know, like, who y'all main content creator got now? Because I seen your boy, he talking about final mile shit now. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but let's see what Amazon talking about. All right, starting February 26th. We're adding a feature called Driver Assist support to assist you in assigning drivers with adequate rest. Here's what's changing. Drivers will be ineligible for load assignments when a driver's recent relay load history suggests they're driving without sufficient breaks. You'll see an ineligible due to relay load driving history See driver assignment, support, FAQ, frequently asked questions, status for affected drivers in your portal. All right. So what happens when a driver is flagged by DAS for a load? The driver will show as ineligible in the driver assignment drop down menu on the trips page within a trip card. Their status will show ineligible due to relay load driving history. See driver assignment. So there's some news you can use for the Amazonians. It looks like they're cracking down on the ELD finesse, from what my correspondents are telling me, for you guys that run Amazon Relay. So news you can use. Amazon's been cracking down the past couple of years. All the hacks and just all the things that should have been in place originally, but weren't because they were lax because they needed all hands on deck. They're cracking down on them now. Volume is different, so things are tightening up. I was the first caller. I had to log off because I was working. I tried calling back, but you on the other. Yeah, I did see you call back when I was on the other line. Yep. Shout out to Drew, MGM Gang. Shout out to J. Cole, MGM Gang, in the building. All right, so let's move this right along. Like, we're not wasting no time. If you notice, we've been moving the shows right along over the past couple of days. We getting in and we getting out. You dig what I'm saying? We getting in and we getting out. All right, so today we're going to talk about moving. This is moving week. We're wrapping up moving week. We'll probably get to a little bit more of the other stuff next week. Today we're talking about the most profitable move types. And it's not in any specific order, but I did the first few, especially number one. It would be my number one. Just after that call yesterday, and you hear me talk about it from time to time, especially if you're in the Discord, or especially when you see these moving guys call in on the call-in shows. Like, I just, to me personally, it just befuddles me. It befuddles me, bro. Like, how, and this ain't to J down on nobody. We just calling a spade a spade. It is what it is, bro. Like, business is business. Business is business. Like, you got some people who are just good at it, and some people aren't. Some people look at business the wrong fucking way, bro. And what do I always say? It shows. It shows. Some people, when they have conversations, they may seem like they are at an acumen level here until they run into a person who's really got that acumen, who's really got that experience, who really got that knowledge. And from a viewer or a spectator, you could just tell it's just obvious. I just don't understand why people, I just don't get it, bro. But with this moving shit, the problem that I see a lot of guys, and I'm going to use Congo because he called in that last call-in show that we did back in November, and people have been asking me about the call. I don't know if I'm going to bring it back. I don't know if I'm going to bring the call in as far as the link aspect of it. I don't know if I'm going to bring that back. But anyway, that was the last call-in show. So he was one of the last call-in show, callers, and that conversation has continued into the Discord for the past couple months. So the people that are in the Discord are privy to a lot of the information that I've been telling him over the course of the past. That was in November, so December, January, 3 months, and a lot of information has gone over his head, and he's had to learn the hard way. The main reason he called into the show, similar to the guy yesterday, and there was another guy that was in the Discord last year, maybe the year before last. I forget what market he was in, and he was coming in talking about he only wants to move big mansions, and it had to be about 25 or 30 people in that Discord chat room that day, and I'm just explaining to him, like, that's the wrong way to go about it, and he was really adamant and combative on the conversation, and he's not even in the industry yet. He's telling me from a viewpoint as an employee working for another company. And I'm just like, bro, like, your employee perspective and ownership is two different perspectives, bro. I don't understand, like, why people think the money is in the big shit. Pause. It's just, to me, it's not. To any individual that's successful in the moving industry, they'll tell you that. There's money there. but they're like the way these guys are thinking about it, it's totally wrong. And this is why you have people like the guy yesterday, 7 years. Or you have a Congo. Congo's probably driving. He's probably listening to this with his workers. He told me he listens during the day, but we have to use it as a case study because he's come up on the channel as public Discord. Why, when I ask questions like, what was your gross? 2 trucks, Chicago for the year, 70,000. And then when I listen to how he's operating, it just like he's operating way out in the suburbs. For what? Why? This is not middle America. This is not rural America. You are in a market that most people that come into this business, they wish they could have the opportunity as far as the density and the population that you have. They may not want the cost of living that's associated with it, but from a business perspective, they wish they had the density and the volume and population that you have, and you're not even taking advantage of it because you're coming to me in the first conversation, if you watch that live stream, about this big mansion for $15,000. I don't care about that. You'll never see that person again. That person is not going to do anything for you as far as becoming a brand ambassador and putting the word out there. So I want to talk about profitability, and I'm probably going to throw this on members only because I want to gatekeep it. See, Big Mark will tell you if it's something I want to gatekeep out. Big Mark, I'm going to let you know what it is. I might throw this on members only so the people that get a chance to watch it live, depending on how I feel afterwards, I might just throw it on members only to gatekeep it. Or I might do it tomorrow. I might leave it up to the tomorrow morning and throw it in there. Well, let's get into it. Let's talk about profitable moves. Let's talk about the most profitable moves. And I got a slideshow just to help with the visuals. I think a lot of people chase the wrong shit. And just I'm gonna use these 2 scenarios from yesterday because it's recent and this is what has me talking about this shit today. And then I'm gonna use Congo. People that chase these big ass moves, $33,000, $4,000, $5,000. These jobs can make you poor, actually, especially when you on the new. A $3,000 job in a day can make you poorer than a $500 job. The profit in this industry comes down to a few variables. Time on the job, labor intensity, risk, damage exposure. We talk about it all the time. Truck utilization, efficiency. The guys that continue to chase these big houses, the guys that we keep talking to, you see me keep talking to these guys that continue to chase these big houses. The movers who win, the companies who win, chase controlled environments. I said it yesterday. So I want to talk about profitable stuff. And it's not kind of ranked in order, but it is kind of ranked in order. So let's go with the first one. Let me pull up my what is this called? This is slideshow. Let me get rid of that. All right. First one. This is the gold mine. And for the life of me, I don't know, you guys that, I don't know. Gold mine is in the apartments. This is the bread and butter that you guys don't expect. And I know you don't expect it because every time you see somebody come up here, they keep telling me about these big ass houses. I don't give a fuck about a big ass house. If you watch my whatever that stream that I did when I just put everything on the table and I showed you my journey, I showed you my fleet and all that shit. You saw way more 16 footers than you saw 26 footers. There's a reason behind that. The money isn't always in the biggest jobs, bro. And I just don't understand why people think that. One bedrooms, I've made more money off one bedrooms from a moving aspect. This is moving week. We're not talking about final mile. Than any other type of move that exists. Studio, dorm, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom. I don't even want to go into numbers because some people are going to feel bad. I've done way more 1-bedrooms than any other move. Way more. And because of that, this is why I never had to chase loads. I never had to chase moves. All these people are just running their mouth about my company. I can do 3, 4 1-bedrooms in a day per truck. Cost of entry, right? On the new, let's say 16 foot, way different than the cost of entry for a 26 footer. Insurance, cheaper. I'm in a city where there's 3, 2.8, 2.7. City and suburbs, 9.2. A lot of apartments. A lot of volume. Next, studios. A lot of studios. Why? Cost of living is high. Not everybody can afford a 1-bedroom. A person who's graduating from college and they're a yuppie, a younger professional, they want to live, work, and play in the same area. But if you're new and you're a new account executive at some fancy, office downtown Chicago on Wacker Drive or on Michigan Avenue, you may be paying $1,700, $1,800 for a studio. And that's a stretch. There's a lot of studios. Guess what? These people are in a certain social, economic place where their peers are in the same situation that they are. So the word spreads. College jobs. May, June, August, September, depending on if the school has a late semester. Still the same price point as a 1-bedroom. You're charging by the hour. And a studio. The thing is once you get into those areas, the word spreads. If you can get on one of those vendor lists, one of those parent vendor lists, you can literally have a truck or 2 or 3 on that college campus for that whole week. The amount of volume that's in college moves in May and June, in August and September is ridiculous, especially if you're in a large market with a big college town. I happen to be in a large market. Now, mind you, when you're watching this, you got to understand what market you're in. If you're in middle America, rural America, this probably is not for you. You can listen just to listen, to gain knowledge, or, you can listen because there may be opportunity there. But you have to understand the type of opportunity. You got to be honest with yourself. Minimal furniture. Yo, I need a mattress picked up. I need a mattress and a box spring picked up. I need a couch picked up. These people call moving companies. Person who's buying furniture on Craigslist or OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace, they're not thinking about final mile. They're not thinking about a delivery company. This is not what they think. They're not in logistics. The first thing that comes to their mind is moving. You have a price point already in place for that. when I was building early on, I had a marketing price point specifically for couch moves because I saw there was a lot of them coming in. I had a truck pretty much every day that just did couch moves. A lot of the yuppies that live in studios and or one bedrooms or convertibles or junior one bedrooms, they don't buy new furniture. They shop on Facebook Marketplace. They shop on OfferUp. They shop on Let Go. They shop on Craigslist. I did a $99 couch special. Once I realized that there was such a volume of people calling for these just couch deliveries, and then I zoomed in on the radius on where the people were calling, where they were buying from, and where it was dropped. I was pretty much in the same radius as where most of the moves comes, downtown, Lincoln Park. From Rogers Park, let's say from Evanston, because Northwestern, but more like Rogers Park, down to Streeterville, maybe South Loop. And then you'll have some shit in Hyde Park because a lot of college kids, they buy used furniture off of marketplaces. $100. Why? Because I'm not really. See, like Buddy yesterday, what he don't understand is I'm looking at volume. See, I understand the volume game. See, the books that everybody tell y'all to read, I read them books too. But that shit to me is propaganda. I learned a lot from Sam Walton. Nobody talks about that book. Cool. I understand the volume game. This is why I'm here. This is why when I talk to people, they can't figure out why they're not growing. $99, fuck it. It's an even number. It's a marketable number, $99. It's going to continue to help the word spread. It's appealing when people see it. The company makes a little money, but now I've drawn in so many people off this $99 couch delivery or this $99 mattress and box spring delivery that now I can assign one truck to just do those types of jobs all day. So now this one truck is doing anywhere from 5 to 10 deliveries. And these deliveries, these pickup and drop offs, they take all of maybe 30 to 45 minutes each one. Because it's all focused on it's zeroed in on a specific radius. So now by 5, 6 o'clock, this truck is done anywhere from 5 to 10 deliveries, pickup and deliveries, and it's made anywhere from $500 to $1,000. Not using much material, because you're just going and wrapping a couch or wrapping a mattress in a box spring. Paying the workers still, by pretty much the hour. Each job is averaging me about $50 in labor. Not much in cost as far as material and fuel because it's pretty much working in a 5-mile radius. Company may make $25, $30 a job. 20, 30%. That truck does 10 jobs that day, 30%, made $300 net profit. To me, that's a great day for that truck. That's a great day. Do that 5, 6 times a week. On average, $300. Truck making about $1,500, $1,800 a week. Truck cost me $7,500. Do the math. I don't look at it as, oh man, that ain't enough money. Why? Because I got other trucks. That truck is focusing on a specific niche that I've carved out. I noticed something. I saw the fucking void in the marketplace. I took advantage of it. If I'm getting a bunch of calls for these small jobs, who am I to say, man, that's too little, ain't enough money? No, let me find out a way I can make money from it. Not a lot, just a little, and just keep adding on. The void in the marketplace, you know what? Most movers they calling is just too small. Or they still going to charge them hourly with a 2-hour minimum. How do you think I know? Because when people were calling me, I was having a conversation and they were saying, man, all I got is a couch. Every company I'm calling, they want to charge me this 2-hour minimum. Fucking light bulb. I saw the fucking void in the marketplace. I told what's young blood in the Discord. I gave him this last year. This is the first time I'm telling you this publicly, I think. And he tried it. He came back. He said, man, Mark, it worked. I did 6 yesterday, man. Each one only took 30 minutes. The money I made just doing this, it would take me damn near all day doing this, or fucking how many hours doing a move. Now, it's not going to work in every market. Why? Because every market ain't going to have the population and the density to have the volume. So some people that are watching this right now, it's not going to work for you. But if you're in a market where you know you have the density and the volume population because of the population, then enjoy. Now, some of you may only have one truck, so it might not work for you because you got your one truck. And see, when you're at scale, you can play. Yeah, I can allot this for that. That 300 to me is cool for one truck. So it all depends on where you're at with it. I'm never looking at nothing like ain't enough money. I'm looking at the profit margin. If I buy something for $1 and I sell for $2, who the fuck am I to say, man, $1 profit ain't enough money? I just made 100%. This is the difference from a business owner plus a motherfuckers that's out here playing games. I don't look at it, oh man, this ain't enough money. I look at the profit margin. If something costs me $1 and I sell it for $2, I just double my money. So now I have to figure out a way to how to sell the same thing that it bought for $1 and I sell it for $2. How do I sell 1 million of these motherfuckers? I don't look at it as, oh, it's only $1 profit. This ain't enough money. No. Here is something that I bought for $1. I can double my money easy. So now how do I sell 1 million of them? I'm looking at the profit margin, bro. A small job, 1 bedroom here in my market, average, depending on the scope, somewhere between 2 to 4 hours. Throughout my career, all my 2 bedrooms across the board, no matter how many trucks, averaging 2 to 4 hours. Now, there's some situations where they can go over, but that's due to like some type of unforeseen situation. Elevator double booked, parking is screwed, long carry. It could be any situation. And I've had plenty of crews out and they've called the customer. The truck went and moved them out. They got to the drop off, but the customer never went to the leasing office to get the keys to the new place. So while the truck is heading to the drop off, they got to go on the other side of town to get the keys from the leasing agent. And then now the truck is just sitting over there waiting. They're on the clock, but they're waiting for the person to come because they didn't have all their ducks in a row. See, these are things that a lot of the new people, the entrants that watch, these aren't scenarios that you come across that I can talk about because I've had the years of experience. So I've come across all different types of scenarios. But the average 1 bedroom, if everything goes right in my market, no matter if it's a walk up, no matter if it's an elevator, high rise, average 2 to 4 hours. So now, me, 1 bedroom, 150 an hour, 2 hour minimum, sending a 16-footer. 150 an hour, 2 hour minimum, $150 truck fee. So already off bat, before they even touch anything, the job is $450 if it's done within 2 hours. Job done within 2 hours, $450. Now do that times 3. If they can get a job done in 2 hours, and then you give 30 minutes to an hour to travel between job A, B, C. So let's say everything goes well on this truck for this particular crew, and they just average 2-hour jobs in a single day, and they can do 3 of them. Do the math at $450 times 3. It's $1,350. Now imagine having a truck that's out 8 hours a day, 8 to 9 hours, because we're including travel time in between jobs. It's averaging $1,350 a day. Gross. To me, that's good. Now, some jobs may go 3, some jobs may go 4. Obviously, you can do the math. Way better profit in that than doing this 5, 6 bedroom house that the truck is going to be at 16, 17, 18 hours. It's a lot of money, but there's a lot of other shit that goes along with that. I'm looking at doing volume. And I say this, and I'm going to keep repeating it. This is why this is number 1. Because this customer, this small apartment customer, this studio customer, this 1-bedroom customer, they're going to open you up to a world full of people. They're going to unlock you to a world full of people that those big mansion, 5, 4, 6 bedroom house moves is not. This is why you hear people like Buddy yesterday chasing leads and trying to get leads. You're not going to have to do none of that. That shit is going to come to you. If I got, let's say, 3 trucks jugging at $1,500 gross average a day, to me, that's great money. Now I just keep adding on top of that. Keep adding on top of that. But you're not going to get to that point when you're chasing like Congo. You're way out in Barrington. You're way up in McHenry. You're way up by Rockford. You're way up in, Huntley and all that shit. Up in Zion somewhere. Damn near by the Wisconsin border. Zion and Gurnee and Antioch. For what? Why? You'll never hear from them people again. Them people will never mention your name to anybody that's going to bring in more revenue. These in and out jobs put you in front of more people, that bring you more people, that create that volume that I'm telling you should be looking for. You can get in and out of these jobs. Why? Less disassembly and reassembly. There can be stairs, depending on if it's a walk up and how many floors versus an elevator. Still not really an issue. You schedule accordingly. Listen, you could have a junior 1-bedroom. You call me, 3 guys. Got to take 3 guys. 3rd floor, 3 guys. Well, it's only a studio, 3 guys. It's only a 1-bedroom. The last movers I had, they only sent 2 guys, 3 guys with us. It's 3rd floor. And then I sell them. Well, it's going to be more efficient. See, if I send 2 guys, that means it's going to have 2 guys. They got to go up. They got to wrap everything. They got to carry everything down. They got to get onto the truck. They got to pack the truck. And now There's no one like I with 3 guys. I got those 2 guys up in the apartment. They're wrapping, they're padding, they're bringing stuff down. They just put it on the edge of the truck. That 3rd guy's on the truck. He's moving the shit around and packing the truck. They're steady relaying shit down and up, depending on if it's an unload or a load. The guy that stays down on the truck, he's packing the truck. So now we got a more efficient job. And then the guy that stays down on the truck, he also serves as security. Now the truck is not unattended. All right, put me on the schedule. So not only am I selling the customer, right, on the efficiency because I know what to tell them, I also know I'm in Chicago, God damn it. So now I'm selling them on the fact of security. Truck won't be unattended. Someone always going to be down in the truck, so it won't be unattended. And that's all it takes. So I've sold them on the efficiency, and I've weighed in on the threat of their items growing legs and walking away, understanding the market that we're operating in, the crime. It's all it takes, man. Why I'm a good salesperson. Once I got you on the phone, you're going to book. So now the job becomes more efficient. Why? I'm making them take 3 people because it benefits me, not them. It does benefit them from efficiency, but it benefits me. Now I can get more work done, less fatigue. I have to think about the next fucking day. This is moving. I want to continue to make money. I don't want to burn a motherfucker out because they're going up 3rd floors. And then I sell it to the customer, and it's going to be the same time anyway. If I send you 2 guys, well, it's going to take longer. So a third to a third, 2 guys might take 6 hours. If I send a third to a third and I send 3 guys for the 1 bedroom, let's say it takes 3.5, 4 hours. Once you do the math, it's going to come out to about the same. What's going to change is the time. You're going to pretty much pay the same. Would you rather pay the same quicker or longer? And 9 times out of 10, or really 9.9 times out of 10, they're going to want it done quicker. They don't understand the logistics and the math. This is why you have to explain it to them by selling it to them. And this is how you increase your workload and your volume a day. You want to put yourself in front of more people. This is why I don't understand when people keep talking about these big jobs. It's just like, don't you want to put yourself in front of more people? Don't you want to have a bigger footprint in the marketplace? This is how you build your cash flow. You need money coming in every single day. You should be making somewhere between $1 and $2 a day, a G to $2,000 a day. Peak season. In a 16-foot truck. All right. So now, next. Talked about this yesterday, senior relocation moves. And this isn't ranked necessary. The first one is number 1 by far. This isn't like ranked in any order. I think this is underrated. Now, to all my role guys, you ain't going to really get a chance to experience this because you're not going to have the credentials to get these types of jobs. Senior living facilities are very strict, so you have to have a COI and all types of shit. These are gold mines because once you get into one and you're really, really efficient, I kind of covered this yesterday, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this one like I did the first one. The senior living facilities will put you on their vendor list. They don't see the thing with the senior living facilities is it's a delicate task. It's a delicate job. like I said yesterday, movers have a stigma on them. So when they find some guys or they find a company that's presentable, clean, efficient, that can adhere to their strict policies because of the environment that you're in, you're dealing with seniors. So there has to be a level of patience there, professionalism. They may say, you know what, we got to stop the elevators. I said this yesterday, and I'm saying this from experience. Yo, it's lunchtime. We can't dedicate an elevator just for this particular move. These are seniors, bro. They can't take the stairs. We need all of our elevators working. We got seniors on the 5th floor that need to come down, 4th floor, 3rd floor. So we're going to have to stop the elevators. Y'all going to have to chill out for a minute. But for the most part, these jobs are organized. They're prepared. And I'm speaking from moving a person from an apartment or from a house to a senior living facility. These aren't price shoppers. 9 times out of 10, if they're not paying for it, their children are paying for it. It's not that much because most of these senior living facility places, they're just in a room. Maybe size of a hotel room, maybe 200, 250, 300, 350 square feet. And a lot of them that I've seen over the years already kind of come pre-furnished. They'll have like that one chair, that one oversized chair where they just sit all day and stare out the window. So they pretty much come from what I've seen with some furniture in them already. There's really not a lot. Some of the times, the family has already had you book another move and taken a lot of that stuff to storage or to the Salvation Army. And only a few minimal things are actually going to the senior living facility. I did talk about and shared an experience where in my early days where we had a hoarder that was moving to one, and Brooksdale said, hell no. But that was a far and few between situation. But this is a very profitable opportunity and can open you up to other opportunities if you go in there and you do a great job and the powers that be are in and they see you in there often and you're operating with a level of efficiency and professionalism and patience because of the type of environment you're in dealing with senior citizen. And then the family is involved. Like I said, the children are probably there facilitating the job. More times than not, the children are going to be there facilitating the job. So it's light inventory. The children are there. And what I've learned from, some of the jobs that I've gone on for senior living facilities, the tips are really, really good for the guy. So that's something that you want to keep in mind. And the referrals from the community are there, and it opens up a pipeline. It may not open up a pipeline of opportunity every single day, but if you get a call or 2 or 3 or 4 from a referral from the senior living facility, as far as they're giving your company name out to people who are inbounding their parents, and they say, hey, do you guys work with any movers, or would you recommend anybody? And then they refer you. If you can get an extra 3 or 4 jobs a month, then that helps fill in those gaps. You want leads coming from everywhere. This prevents you having to spend ad spend and searching and chasing down and paying for leads. Instead of chasing these mansions and ignoring the most stable clientele in the industry. All right, next. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. Next, storage units. This is something that I do give away a lot. This is a silent assassin. There's 2 different types of storage units. You got this one like you see in the illustration, the outside storage unit. Easiest storage unit to move someone in and out because you're literally pulling the truck right up to the door. So the unload time, quick, because you're literally pulling up right to the door. Like these types of jobs, when I've been on out in the field and have to do these types of storage units, you love these because it's literally, you're going to clear that truck in record time because it's literally right there. Now, the inside storage units are hell. Why? Especially if they're not on the first floor. I'm just giving you the difference between different storage units right now. If it's not on the fourth floor, anybody that's been in the moving business, moving industry, you know that the storage facilities, they don't lock the elevators. So the elevator doors are just closing on you. You're trying to load the elevator, you're trying to unload the elevator, and the doors are just closing. So they don't lock them, right? And then you may be sharing the elevator with other patrons that are in there moving in or moving out. So on a busy day like the 31st, the 30th, the 1st, the 2nd, it may be a little, tedious. And then if you got to pull into the dock and the docks are occupied at the time, you may have to wait or you may have to move shit around. You guys that are out here, and you understand what I'm talking about. But these are great opportunities. You can get a lot of leads from storage facilities by following this technique that I've been talking about since I've been creating content. I don't recommend, flyers and shit in 2026, but you might want to print out a few, maybe 100, 200, 250, and take them to every storage facility in your market and have a conversation with the property manager and incentivize them to refer you. Why? Every single customer they have is doing one or two things, moving in or moving out. And a percentage of those customers have asked, do you know any movers that you can refer me to? Most storage facilities have that little pegboard over in the corner where a lot of the movers pin their cards and flyers to. You don't want to deal with them. Get them out the way. Yo, I'm going to give you $50 for everybody you send me and they book. Fuck it, I'll give you, I'll give you 75. Peak moving season, end of the month, first of the month, I may be able to get 2 or 3 a week up out of you. If I get one out of you, if I'm plugged in with 10 storage unit managers in the city, and each one of them sending me one job a week, do the math. I ain't tripping on that 75. We still profitable. This is a job we wouldn't have had if I wouldn't have tapped in with who I need to tap into. Fuck all them people on the board. See, they ain't really on business. Motherfucker go to the board, they got to look at all these cars, they're going to take them, and then they're going to call. Man, fuck them. Man, tell them to call us. I'm going to give you 75. And fuck it, if I got to, do something in good faith to just show them I'm really on that, man, let me send you lunch for the day just in good faith. The first person I did that with, she ain't there no more. It's a storage unit on 83rd in South Chicago. I dealt with this lady named Tori over there for years. Easy as 1, 2, 3. So now you got a direct connection with however many storage facilities in your market that's sending you work. I'm not tripping on the referral. You know why? Check this out. We gave you 50, we gave you 75. We still profited, but that still put us in front of another customer. So now we pay for that lead, that referral up front the first time. We moved them. Now, if they move again next year, they're going to call us. They move the year after that, they're going to call us. They move out the year after that, they're going to call us. Not only are they going to continue to call us, they're referring us to other people that they know. This is why when I be talking to people, bro, I be getting like, cause man, y'all motherfuckers be calling me, bro. Like, y'all niggas ain't got the sauce, bro. That's why I don't be wanting to hear this shit, bro. When people be calling, bro, I just be sitting up here like, bro, what are y'all talking about, bro? Y'all chasing the wrong shit, bro. Y'all worried about the wrong shit. These big houses and these mansions. I don't give a fuck about. I've been saying this shit since I came on YouTube. And y'all motherfuckers still keep calling up with this dumb shit. I don't give a fuck about paying a storage facility person $50 or $75 for something that may turn into $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 or more over the course of the years of them continuously using us and referring us. And then the people that they refer us to referring us to other people. And the pipeline continues. A person that's moving their shit in and out of storage, that's a certain type of customer. That's not like the customer that's way out in fucking rich suburb America. We have 56 people. We got 22 likes. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. We need to get those likes up to 50%. We need to get those likes up to 50%. Now, depending on how big the storage is, it's going to depend on how long the job is going to take. Obviously, like I said, indoor storage facilities take longer than like the one you see in the illustration, the outside one. If you are moving a person from a storage to a new place, then 9 times out of 10, depending on who they hired previously, the items are already packed. So this will make it a little bit more quicker and efficient. But in most cases, they're not. If you're going into storage, you don't have to worry about placing the items like you're setting up a home, but you do have to pack the storage facility efficiently. You don't have to worry about the decorating and perfection of where it wants to be placed. It's just more of efficiency as far as packing it. Some customers, they say, you know what, I'll be frequenting in and out of here. So they may want certain things at the front. They may want certain things on the side. They may say, I need a path. Depending on the storage facility, whether it's indoor or outdoor, it's a possibility it could be in and out if it's outside versus inside. You can control the clock. This is a clock-friendly job. You control the time, not the customer, especially if they are particular on how they want the storage facility organized. You're on the clock. This is by the hour. You move them in, one day they're going to need to come out. You move them out, one day it's a possibility they're going to call you back. So you need to make sure you do the job efficiently. Let's hit that like button, please. We got 28 likes, 48 people. I said hit the like button, the people leave. Cool. All right. In building moves. Now, this is good for people that who are, if you don't have a truck, this can be a labor-only business. There's plenty of in-building moves. I've done plenty of them. There's a lot of in-building moves. So whether you have a truck or not, this is something that a person or a company can do. In-building moves, especially if you are a licensed company, you got trucks, you can schedule this into your routes. These are very quick, efficient moves, like in and out. If they got the elevator scheduled, boom, it's just quick. You don't have to spend so much time on certain things because one, it's not going onto the truck. So certain things you may not have to break down. You could literally throw them on a 4-wheeler, put them on the elevator, roll them. We've had jobs where it was literally moving from one unit to another unit on the same floor. It doesn't necessarily have to be an elevator building. It could be a walk-up. So in some cases, you don't have to spend so much time wrapping. This is a quick hitter quitter. This is what I call one of them quick hitter quitters. Just a quick little money bump. Just a little money bump going here on the way. Let me fill this in there. If I got a 16-footer out and they got 2 jobs scheduled, boom, I just throw this one in there. Little quick hitter quitter. Pick up a quick little 300 real quick. Now I know, like Buddy yesterday and some other people, oh, there ain't enough money. Well, then I want you to look where you at, pimp. It's all money to me. If the company profit $100 on it, it was $100 more than what we had. That shit going in the kitty with the rest of it. It's a quick hitter quitter. Average ticket, 2 guys, depending. Pick you up a quick $280, $300. Why? Because we're not charging the truck fee. 2 guys, $115, 2-hour minimum. Job probably gonna get done in 2 hours anyway. That's $230. Charge them a $50 travel fee. $280. Labor gonna cost me about $100. Average 2 guys, $25 an hour, 2-hour minimum. Material ain't really gonna cost me much. Truck is sitting. Charge them a $50 travel fee. The profit margin in that job is better than doing the 1-bedroom from point A to point B. See, that went over some people's heads. This is why people, when they watch, they don't understand how to get money. Oh, the box truck business is trash. It's trash. You missed the gym there. The profit margin in the $280 job is better than the $400, $500 job. Truck never moved. I charged them $50 just to come there. It never moved. Material was minimal use because it's in building. Yeah, we're going to wrap the mattress, the box spring, going to wrap the couch. But a small little end table or table or a nightstand that we probably have to throw shrink wrap on in a blanket, nah, just throw that shit on 4-wheelers, put that shit on the elevator. Or just put it on 4-wheeler and roll it down the hallway. Using less material. The profit margin in that job is better than the fucking 1-bedroom where it went from point A to point B that got done in 2 hours. It was less gross, but the profit margin was higher. This is why when I listen to people, bro, you just see my facial expressions, bro. I don't chase fucking gross. I've never chased gross. I chase profit margin. Buy for $1, sell for $2. Oh man, $2 ain't enough. All right, well then that's why you trying to figure shit out, big dog. And I'm not speaking on anybody in specific. I'm speaking in general because if you watch the channel and most people come up, this is the mindset that they have. I'd rather do a bunch of them than having a truck go from point A to point B. Why? Because the profit margin is better. All in, that job probably cost me $125, $130. I'm over 50%. No truck driving, no fuel, no traffic, just pretty much labor billing, minimal material use. You include insurance, not moving insurance, customer pays for that. Just your GL, your commercial, your cargo, workers' comp, all that. But if you're at scale, this is across the board, that price comes down. We at scale, so that price is not going to be like yours when we average it in. My cost on a job like that about $125, $130. I charge $280. Make $155 off of that. That's great money to me. That's over 50%. Now, somebody gonna look at like, no, that was only $150 something. Now, let me look at your books and then I'll show you mine. I want to see how many jobs you did out of all your years, and I'll match you from my 0 year to that year, and we're gonna see who got more volume, made more money. Only thing I did was renting out my manpower with insane margins. That's all I did. I rented out my manpower with insane margins. I don't look at the gross. Y'all worried about the gross. I'm looking at the profit margin. I just went and charged somebody something that they literally could have did themselves at a premium. Next. Small offices. Keyword small. We're talking, this conversation is pretty much for new entrants and beginners. The experienced companies, experienced movers like Moving Company Hustle, this ain't for, he know this shit. This ain't for people that's been doing this shit for years. This is for the new people. This is for the people that's trying to figure this shit out. So this is why I'm saying small, because you'll fuck around and go do some big ass Deloitte and not have the manpower, not have the type of material, dealing with a way different type of office furniture, and then you're going to put yourself in the trick bag. So not doing like Deloitte, not doing Citadel calls you and say, hey, we need to relocate you because Ken Griffin is relocating. I don't know if he did it already. He's relocating Citadel from Chicago to Florida. You can't do that. That's for Mayflower. That's for Atlas. That's for Wheaton. That's a multi-million-dollar job. It's a multi-million-dollar job, bro. This ain't for you. If they call you, say, no, we can't handle that. Small jobs. No small office. Maybe 1 or 2 rooms type shit. Easy money. Just pretty much desks, files, chairs. Pretty much it. Wrap the chairs, load the boxes, break down the desk. Some desks may be complex if it's an executive desk. Some may be heavy if they're real wood, but depending on the size of the office, it's a good opportunity. And it opens you up to more opportunities if they need smaller jobs. And it opens you up to people that may need personal jobs in their personal life if you do a good job there. Depending on the size of the job, the complexity of it is going to depend on the amount of hours it's going to take. These are good because most of the time, not all of the time, a lot of office jobs, they want to be done on the weekend, right? When the office is clear and most of the people are not there. It's not as emotional as when you're moving a homeowner, right? So there's a project manager that's assigned to handling and facilitating a move when you do an office move. And they're not emotionally tied to the shit. They're busy on a laptop somewhere and they're not really paying you that much attention. It's commercial budget. So when you get this move, it may be a 3-guy job. You might just send 4 guys. Most of the time, these guys have a budget. So if you can be more efficient, then yeah, be more efficient, right? They have a budget spend, right? And it's more times than not, it's going to be more than what an average household customer is calling. So might as well take advantage of it. If you can be more efficient, send more guys, get the job done more efficient in a more timely fashion, by all means. Like I said, a person is going to facilitate the move. Somebody that works there, probably in management, that's going to be a profit. I just fucking said this shit. They're going to facilitate the job, right? They're going to manage the job. They're going to oversee the job. And they're not going to be emotionally tied to it. Project manager, right? They're going to project manage it, and that's going to be it. So really, their only concern is reliability, right? Reliability, trust, right? Because there may be pertinent things, and it's none of your business. Don't go snooping around. Just be reliable, be trustworthy, and it can become reoccurring revenue if you handle it properly. They may have small jobs. It could be a law firm. Like I've made a shit ton of money over the years just moving bankers' boxes for law firms. They don't care. They don't want to, when they call, they just book it. Whatever the price is, they charging that shit to the client, man. They don't give a fuck, man. Listen, I need 50 bankers' boxes moved from this law office down to the courthouse downtown. I need 50 bankers' boxes moved 7 days later once the trial ends from fucking here to there. I need 30 bankers' boxes moved from this law office to our other office over here. Charging it to the firm. They don't care. It's to the firm. It's a write-off. And if it's for a specific case, they just going to be part of the cost that they charge the client. They're not tripping. I've never had a law firm or a lawyer call to move bankers' boxes that even ask for the price. Normally they just call, I want to schedule a job. I want to schedule a move. So you got to keep this shit in mind, bro. All right, now. Furniture retail. Now, this is not final mile 3PL as moving companies, local small retail companies will call you. They don't understand logistics. They don't understand final mile. The first thing that pops to their head when they need a solution is a moving company. Had plenty local small mom and pop moving companies call over the years when their truck goes down. The contractor that they have, just quit on them or whatever the case may be. This is a great opportunity for high revenue and route density, especially when it's a local company in a specific area. I remember Steel City Furniture used to reach out to me all the time. They were over on Commercial, like 91st and Commercial. I never did nothing with them, but because we couldn't always come down because they just. So let me say this: in specific areas like low income areas, their delivery is kind of baked into the furniture cost. So they operate on what they were operating on a no delivery fee because it's baked into the cost. Right. So they only wanted to pay me, I forgot what it was, and I just wasn't going for it at that particular time. It just wasn't enough room there for margin. And it was something that they wanted to have all the deliveries within a day or two. Right. They'll sell shit, and then they say, okay, we'll schedule all the deliveries within the previous week for Wednesday or Thursday, whatever it was. It just wasn't enough room there. I think it was like $60 or some shit like that. And a stop. And in most cases, I probably would have took that, right? But the reason I didn't is because it was in the hood and $60 wasn't worth the headache dealing with furniture on the east side of Chicago, the type of situations that I might have put my guys in. So that was one of the ones that I didn't turn away, but you'll get these opportunities. I talked about the powder coating company. Those types of situations when they do call you and they need you, 100% of revenue is yours. They're just looking for a solution. They're not in logistics. They're into selling. So if a small mom and pop says, hey, our contractor's down or our particular truck is down, we're just looking for someone to fill in for these deliveries for the course of the next week or two while our truck is being repaired, 100% of the revenue goes to you. This is a great opportunity. It's also a great opportunity to build a relationship. Average price for something like this, it all depends on the type of furniture store. If it's a mom and pop, like one of these Arab-owned ones in the hood, they ain't gonna want to pay you that much. Why? Because they're dealing with a specific type of customer. It's a very, very niche. I want to be politically correct here. I don't want to say impoverished, but low economic. What's the? I don't want to say poverty, but low income type of customer. So right now, like the mom and pop furniture stores in the hood, this is the time of the year they jugging. It's tax season. So Boo Bay, little Boo Bay, got her taxes. She got 3 shorties, so she got hit off good. You did after she done gave her man phone them that's just been hitting her since December because he knew tax time was coming. She already gave him a nickel to go start his box truck business. So she got about maybe 8, 9 left. You dig what I'm saying? So she went around the corner to, you dig what I'm saying, to what they call a lot of the furniture stores in the hood, 5-star furniture, shit like that, to the Arab. You know what I'm saying? She went over there and got a little bunk bed set for little man and little poodle bug and then she went and got her goddamn it, king size. You dig? They got the $99 mattress specials at the hood spots. You dig? And then she got a living room set. The living room set at the hood spot where they got the red leather. It ain't really leather though. It's like pleather vinyl shit. That shit get the peeling after so many years. They got the red leather, and then it got the back is shaped like a heart or like a lip. And then you got the love seat and shit. She went over there and spent $3,500, $4,000 for all that shit. You dig what I'm saying? Them type of furniture stores. They ain't finna pay you all that, bro, because that type of client ain't like going into Ashley or going into Home Depot. And if it ain't running a sale, like you go to Home Depot and you buy a refrigerator, if they ain't running like a special free delivery, you paying $150, $175 for the delivery. They charging that shit to you right there at the fucking register. That type of client ain't paying that. They paying maybe $50, $60, because the company is paying that off the back end because it's already baked in. They sold it to them free delivery. Why? Because this type of customer coming in there on the Jew down. They trying to Jew it down. They paid $3,500, but really Buddy told them $4,500 initially, and they Jewed them down. All I got is $35, plus I need free delivery. I already know the furniture game. All that shit, they spent fucking probably $2,000 on that shit. The mattresses, they refurbishing the mattress. I already know the mattress game from when I was doing when we had installs and I was doing Sam's Club. A lot of the mattresses we delivered, I had to take the old mattress out and bring it to the warehouse. At times, I might have had 50, 75 mattresses in my warehouse. And it was up for me to dispose of them because part of the deal in my contract with Sam's Club was, and with U.S. Mattress, we also had U.S. Mattress as well, was to dispose of it. I found a goddamn company here in Chicago on 50-something in Keeler that said, man, we'll take all that shit from you. We'll come pick it up. They used to come pick it up, and then one time their truck was broke down, so I took it over there. Bro, they took all those old mattresses. I walked into their facility. They take out the springs. They had a bunch of Hispanic ladies in there sewing the new mattress, the mattress cover, the cotton part with the seam. They just put new shit. They take out the guts, and they just put new seams. I said, this gotta be the nastiest shit in the world. And I said, also, this is how these motherfuckers selling these $99 mattresses at the hood spots. That's how they doing it. They just snatching out the guts and recycling the guts and just putting new cover on it. And then that's why when you go past a hood spot, they'll have the mattress outside, $99 king. That's how they do it. I learned that day. But that customer ain't paying $150. So if you get a more affluent mom and pop furniture store, which they are, and they call you, yeah, you'll get 100% of revenue, like how I did with the powder coating company. So I'm just giving you different, scenarios depending on the market. Phone them neighborhood furniture store, 5-star furniture in the hood, they not paying $175. More affluent area, they call you, they say, look, our truck is down or the contractor we have is down. Yeah, you can get 150. So you got to already know when that company is calling you, how you going to market yourself, because you don't want to talk yourself out the situation. So you got to understand your market. You'll talk yourself right out of opportunity. So it's plenty money in it. So we're going to say the range is somewhere between $50 a stop to about $175, $200, or more, depending on the amount of things. You could go up to $350 a stop. Sometimes some people might be furnishing their whole crib. So this is multiple stops, right? If the furniture store, the local furniture store is saying, look, we're going to schedule all our deliveries Wednesday and Thursday from what we sold on the previous week, you got predictable volume. You got route efficiency, because like a lot of these neighborhood stores, it's more than likely people coming from within the area. No estimates required. And it could be reoccurring contract potential depending on how you handle the opportunity. The margin is not in the one stop. And this is where a lot of people get fucked up. It's not in the one stop. It's in the route density. And this is what I was explaining to Congo last week in the Discord. Shout out to everybody. A lot of great conversations in the Discord. And I drop a lot of jewels, and I do a lot more receipts in the Discord than I do on channel. But I showed him my route density in year 3 in comparison to his year 3. I screenshotted one of my a few of the days in year 3 in comparison to his, because I was jaying down on him on being in the suburbs. And I showed him, I said, this is my schedule. This is prior to me being licensed. I said, look at how many jobs I got every single day. But I said, you're from Chicago, you live in Chicago. Look at the addresses. What do you notice about all these addresses on these 3 different trucks? From each truck got 3 jobs each day. What do you know about each truck's jobs? They're all within the same area. Literally, I have 3 trucks literally doing moves right around the corner from each other. Not only are they right around the corner and in the same area, A to B for each job is literally in the same radius. So I'm charging every customer by the hour. I'm charging every customer a fucking truck fee. But because my density is so small, the margin in that truck fee makes it bigger. I don't give a fuck if you're going from 123 Main Street to 200 Main Street, which is a block down the street. If that shit hit the truck and the truck became a dolly to dolly all that shit, 1 block down the street, it's a $150 truck fee. 1 block. And guess what? I've had plenty of jobs that went down the street, around the corner, across the alley. Well, why don't you guys just dolly it across the alley? I'm moving from this building to this building. It's on the next street, but you can just go out the back door and cross the alley. Now it's easier to just put the shit on the truck and just roll the truck around and then unload it. Full truck fee. Went right around the corner. Now that $150 truck fee with materials and, travel, fuel, and everything that's baked into that $150 is different if we're going 5 miles or if we're going 6 miles, which really isn't that bad. But around the corner is even better from a profit margin perspective. So in this scenario, the margin isn't in the one stop, it's in the density. So let's say you get a hood furniture store that calls you and say, look, we can give you 10 stops every Wednesday. At $50 a stop, it's $500. Now, if all 10 stops are in the neighborhood, then that $50 a stop becomes more profitable because the route is dense. If you got 10 stops and 2 or 3 are in the neighborhood, 3 are on the north side, and 4 on the west side, then that $50 a stop, it becomes less profitable. It may still be profitable because you can probably get the shit done in, let's say, 7-8 hours if everything goes well. And you may be able to make, $100, maybe $125, $150 depending net. But if those stops are all within the same 1 to 5 mile radius, or let's say 1 to 3 mile radius, 1 to 5 mile radius from around the store, it's going to cut the time down. It's going to cut the cost down from the travel fuel. It's going to cut the labor costs down. Your profit margin is going to be maximized. It's all in the density. And this kind of goes back to what I've been trying to explain to Congo. When I try to explain to other people in final mile, even in this scenario, if a person can promise me 10 stops a day on average within 5 miles, I might run that bitch at $45 a stop. It's costing me less money. It's dense. So you got to look at it from a business perspective. All right, next. Large houses. Now, there's money in large houses. You know where a lot of people fuck up in large houses, like Dizzy last year, so they don't know how to price. A lot of guys lose money in large houses. Congo, the guy yesterday, they think they doing it, but they ain't doing it. They losing money. They making money for the day, but they losing money over time. That's why Congo last year, 70 fucking grand. How? Chicago, 70 grand with 2 fucking moving trucks? How? Chasing the big ticket, $1,800 to $5,000 a day. Congratulations. Cool. Mark, the move was $15,000 in Barrington. You made $70,000 for the year. Did I show him? I know I showed it last year online. I don't know if I showed it to him. Bro, I'm doing that pre-legitimacy in a month. Damn near. You're spending all day working for these people, which is fine. But it's there's no kickback from it. Now let's talk about all the negative shit from a novice perspective when they try to jump out the window with these large jobs. Crew fatigue, because they don't know, and you're going to get fatigue from crews, but you have to know how to manage it. It just goes back when I spoke earlier as far as certain jobs like 3 bedrooms. I don't care. I mean, not 3 bedrooms, 3rd floors. I don't care if it's a studio or not. I'm managing the fatigue of the guys. Why? Because I'm not thinking about just today. I'm thinking about tomorrow. I make money by consistency, volume, every single day. If I beat this guy up, if I don't manage the fatigue level, then one of these guys are going to get overworked, and then it's going to present opportunities for failure, body failing, from overexhaustion, muscle fatigue, stiffness in the morning, call-offs. So I have to effectively and efficiently balance the workload because I don't want people to get over fatigued. I don't want people's bodies to lock up in the morning. I don't want people's muscles to strain. Why? Because I need them to be here tomorrow. This is the shit that I'm talking right now. A motherfucker that doesn't have experience, they wouldn't know this shit. I need them to be here tomorrow. I don't give a fuck what this lady is telling me on the phone. It's just a studio. I know it's on the 3rd floor, but it's just a studio. No, I have to balance the fatigue. These dudes got 2 more jobs after you. And I need they black ass here tomorrow at 8. Your job may not be all that bad, but guess what? They may run into a situation the next job. It may start raining the 3rd job. Motherfucker may slip. I'm not finna overwork them if I don't have to. I have to balance out the fatigue level. 3rd floor is strenuous. Having to carry up and down 3rd floors. No, so I have to balance it. It's more efficient with 3 guys. It works better for me. They don't know that. I'm not going to tell them that because it's not their concern. So when these new guys, they come in and this is what they shoot for, they don't understand crew fatigue, mistakes that happen from fatigue. Damage risks start to skyrocket because of fatigue and frustration. The most issues that I've had that were work related from crews having, back and forth came from the most stressful jobs. There was a job that I was on, I think 2020 pandemic was like a 3-day job, 2-day job for a lady who had a house built from scratch. This is a previous customer. She's used us multitude of times for her business, for her home shit. She's one of those tedious, very, particular people. But anyway, her house was finally done. She built a brand new house, multi-mansion in Burr Ridge, 3-4 stories with an elevator in it. And it was just a very, strenuous job. And as it got down to the last day, it was, and guess what? It was around this time. It was in February. I remember one of the 26-footers got stuck in the mud because it snowed and the back wheel went into the thing. And so and it was real close to the house. And I was like, oh, fuck, how the fuck am I going to get this fucking thing out of here? Because it's fishtailing and I don't want to fishtail into the house. That was like the 2nd day. Then the 3rd day, God damn it. One of the guys, he was frustrated and I'm giving him direction. We almost at the finish line and this motherfucker just blew up. Because the elevator, these elevators in these houses, if you ever been in one of these houses, they got the elevator. It's not like a fucking commercial elevator. It's really like an elevator just for 1 or 2 people at the most. So she said that we could use the elevator to take stuff from the 1st to 2nd floor. And the elevator wasn't that big to put furniture on. It was just big enough to put boxes, but he was stacking the boxes. So I'm looking at the goddamn it, because I'm the owner and I'm out here. So first thing I'm looking at is, in my head is damage, not damage to the walls or the glass in the elevator. Is like overloading. This ain't a big fucking elevator. So I'm looking at the weight capacity. I'm like, bro, it's too much. And this dude was just upset. It's like 7, 8 o'clock now. We've been there probably since 8, 9 o'clock. And the most frustration that I'm telling you that I've ever seen and witnessed and experienced and had to mediate when guys call and they're frustrated with other people were on these big, huge jobs. Customers are micromanaging you on these big, huge jobs. This is why I don't recommend new guys take them on. One mistake wipes out your whole profit. If not just for that particular move, could be for the week, depending on what it is you do. I'm going to tell you a story. very early on. I don't think I've ever told this story. This is early on. I'm still out in the truck. So this is 2012, maybe. I think it was 2012, maybe 2013. I think it was 2012 going to 2013. There was this guy here, big mansion, 4 or 5 car garage out in Crete. I think it was a doctor or a surgeon. He didn't care about shit. He told me this. He said this to us. He said, look, I need you guys to be careful. And I'm just giving you an example of experience when you're dealing with big houses and why experience is necessary. It's why you can't come in on the new doing these big houses. This is year 2, maybe 2.5 for me. He said, look, I don't care about nothing in here. I don't want you to damage nothing, but it's one thing in this place that is irreplaceable and it just can't be damaged. I'm gonna be mad at anything, but if you damage this, then he said, I can't replace it. I've had it he said he got it in 91, 92. So he had it 20 years at that time. And a lot of you guys probably don't know this, but once upon a time, I don't know, they might still do, Ralph Lauren made furniture. It was a vintage Ralph Lauren armoire. He said it cost him $20,000. He said, I can't replace it. They don't make it anymore. It's in pristine condition. I spent $20,000 on this 20-something years ago. My stomach dropped. This is year 2 for me. The way he approached it, the way he talked about, like, I don't really care about, and the house was immaculate. It was a beautiful home. That was the first mansion I had ever got to experience from, moving, learning the industry. I didn't even know they had big ass houses out in Crete. At that particular time, I know now, but at that particular time, I was ignorant. When he said that motherfucker was 20,000, this is year 2 for me. That's all I kept thinking about the whole job, bro. It was 4 of us on the job. It's a 26-foot job. That's all I kept thinking about, bro. Like, how the fuck? Now, imagine, $20,000, vintage. It was over 20 years old, and it was Polo Ralph Lauren. So if it was $20,000, what comes into mind? I mean, I was there. That shit was heavy than a motherfucker, man. Shit was real fucking wood. That shit was heavy. Mind you, I'm still in the early phases. I'm still learning the industry. So I'm not in one of my, I hadn't started buying trucks. We in a Penske truck, 26-footer, no lift. The 26-foot Penske's with the ramp, that's a steep ramp going up a 26-foot ramp versus a 16. So that motherfucker was steep. It went to summertime. It was in the wintertime. The ground was a little damp. So pushing it up, pulling it from the upper part of the truck. Now, mind you, I'm still learning. So now what I would have done in that situation, had a guy there, 2 guys on the side, and then the third guy sitting on the 4-wheeler, I would have tied a hump strap to it from one end. The guy that's on the truck would have had the leverage by pulling it up, and then the other guys, one guy pushing it up, and then the two other guys on the side strap it, and they pushing it up. And then I got a guy on the top who got the hump strap tied to the 4-wheeler, and he pulling it up. So now we got it covered on 4 sides, and we got 4 people. And I didn't have that knowledge then. We got it up there. It didn't break, it didn't fuck up, but nothing was wrong with it. So I don't think that's where I'm going with the story. But like, that shit was troubling me, bro. That shit was on my mind the whole job. I wasn't experienced for that. I wasn't prepared for it. And this is why I tell people, don't bite off more than you can chew. See, I can efficiently know how to do it now. And there's a multitude of different ways you can do it professionally. But I didn't know none of those ways then. I just fucking put on the four-wheeler and push. Irreplaceable, he said, $20,000. Now imagine you fuck that shit up. I forget, I don't know if he was a doctor or a lawyer. Something. More resources than me at the time. Some people in certain things, they just ain't gonna let it go. But this is why I say when you're in the early phases, you shouldn't shoot for these types of jobs because you don't know what these people have. You want to learn at a fraction of the cost of the learning curve. That's why I say start with the small odds and ends. The Craigslist jobs, that's a lot of hand-me-down shit. Motherfuckers ain't really, they got IKEA shit. They ain't really tripping. They more concerned with getting the job done, point A to point B in a more timely fashion. They ain't really tripping. They'll tell you, man, don't even wrap the shit. This is where you can learn to angle and maneuver and wrap and deal with different types of settings with different types of items to learn how to maneuver. But when you come in on the new and you going into a home and motherfucker tell you they got a $20,000 Ralph Lauren armoire that they don't even make no more, that's 20-something years old already, that they paid $20 for. Now what? Now we can look at it from the other aspect that I say too. Now you spending time chasing these moves like Congo. And has no footprint year 3. Year 4, I'm doing $1 million+ in revenue in the same market. His year 3 is 70 grand. In this market, houses far and few between. I'm not chasing them. People that come in that chase these big jobs, they have no footprint. For all the reasons that I keep talking about, because they're not putting themselves out in front of enough customers. These jobs don't put you in front of people. And these people don't refer you to people. The jobs that people don't think are the ones that are going to build your business. This is what's going to give you the volume. This is what's going to give you the footprint. These are the people that are going to become the marketing and the brand ambassadors for you. You do a job like this efficiently, nothing goes wrong. Yeah, you made revenue. You didn't make any money. It's like when I talked to Congo. All his jobs are way out in the suburbs, these big houses. There's somebody in this market last year that had one truck, 16-footer, that made more than $70,000, and he has two 26-footers. Because they never left the city. They focused on the volume. They probably are averaging $900, $1,000 a day, 5-6 days a week. From a span of the last week of March to the last week of September. That person came out better. Costs were down. They focused on the density of the city, the volume within the city. The referrals, they made money. These guys, one and done. This customer, you want to move. This is the, when you do these customers, this is the customer that you've grown with them or they grown with you. The customers that I've moved, I mean, not every customer has called me that has grown with me, but a lot of customers that were booking me early years, I saw them their evolution, just like they saw mine. There were people that was booking me in 2011 that were renting rooms. And over the course of 10, 11, 12 years, the first time they might have booked me was a room they were renting. Then they booked again a studio, 1 bedroom. Then that fourth time they called, it probably was, hey, Mark, I got 2 moves for you. You know, I'm moving in with my girlfriend, and my girlfriend's moving in me. So I need you to move me out of the place you moved me into last year into this new apartment. And then the following day, I need you to go move her out of her apartment into this apartment. So now that becomes that. And then 2 years later, hey, Mark, hey, we just had a baby. We need a bigger place. So we're moving from a 1 bedroom to a 2 bedroom. And then maybe two years later, Mark, we got married. We just got our first starter home. I've had a multitude of customers throughout my journey that have seen my growth. I've seen their growth. This is those types of customers. This is when I want to deal with a house. We've done houses that I've never seen or that never had any dealings with them before. But that customer that booked me when I was at the beginning stages, look how many times they've booked me. Look how much money have I made with them before I moved them into their first house. Not to mention all the referrals and all the referrals of the referrals and the referrals of the referrals. And then when we moved the spouse, the referrals and the referrals of the referrals and the referrals of the referrals. This is why every year, yo, Mark, it's that time of the year again. These is them calls. I don't got to fucking sell you on nothing. They don't even ask how much. Mark, did you go up? Mark, it's that time of year again. What you got for August 1st? Hey, Mark, my sister going to be calling you. She got a move coming up. I told her about you. Her name is Jill. She'll be calling you. Give a fuck about these types of jobs. They good when they come in. Yeah. I forget this, Dr. Hayes or whatever, we moved them fucking in Hyde Park over to fucking off 71st and Crandon, right over there, back there off 67 where those big houses is. We moved from Hyde Park, 3 fucking floor house, 3-day move. Yeah, it was a lot of money, a lot of headache, a lot of resources that I had to focus on him. We'll do them. Never saw Dr. Hayes. What is this, Dr. Hayes? Never saw him, never heard of him again. Then he tried to Jew me at the end of the move. Fuck out. Tried to Jew me. Brother, trying to Jew the brother. You rich. Stay right fucking down the street from Obama. You got time to pay that $6,000, $7,000. He gonna sit in the garage scratching his head and shit. Man, run that chop, bro. Fuck is wrong with you, boy? You run this bread. Don't get to sitting down scratching your head now. Cause you gotta deal with that, bro. How we gonna do these quick hitter quitters? Scratching your head for now. Long distance. Now, this is where I got into it with Dizzy last year because they went and did a cross-country move for $12,000, and for the life of me, they couldn't understand that nobody's going to pay you $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 for a move because it's the competition, all this dumb shit. A lot of people fuck up on the new because they just don't know how to price a long-distance move. Now, a long-distance move is something that, you know, the guy yesterday, you would come in with a flat rate. But this is something that a lot of guys chase too soon, chase too early. They don't understand how to price them correctly. A lot of the hidden problems and the hidden losses come in the fuel exposure. They don't understand how to appropriately estimate it for a cross or long distance move. Try time travel. They don't know how to appropriately estimate the cost of time and the labor, the fatigue of the labor from the pickup, the load, the travel, the drop off, the risk. And where a lot of people fuck up and where Dizzy was not understanding the deadhead return. See, if you're not like a Mayflower or a Wheaton or an Atlas or let's say a 2 men in a truck that has a network of cross-country shit that's steady coming in, the volume where they can say, okay, boom, you need to move from Chicago to LA. Yeah, they'll tell you, okay, all right, we'll come move. They'll give you an estimate and it'll arrive in 15 to 30 days. The reason why it'll arrive in 15 to 30 days is because they're seeing whatever else they got going that way and they're going to maximize their profitability by if they can send 2 or 3 jobs that are going in that direction, they'll do that. And then they want to have it, make it sure that they got shit coming on the back. This is a network. And they're still charging you. Understand though, when you're working on a small operation, and what he didn't understand because he was fucking ignorant, like most of the fucking people that I have to go back and forth with, not all. Who do you think pays for the return trip? So when he's hollering out this fucking, yeah, we went from Georgia to Arizona, I'm like, dude, you lost money. No, because the competition ain't going out. Dude, ain't no motherfucking way in the world I would have did that for 12,000. You gonna sit up here and tell me I never went from Chicago to California for 20? That's a fucking 1 week job. That job is a week. The load, the travel, legally, the return, legally. This is a fucking week, bro. Fuck you think I'm gonna do 10 grand? It's gonna cost me 10, 11, 12 grand to do the fucking job. Minimum, without even me calculating the cost, it's easily gonna cost me 10 G's without even sitting down and calculating shit. I know it's gonna be a minimum of $10,000 for me. The return trip is billed to the customer too. This is where all these new guys, they get it fucked up at. And this is where Dizzy want to go argue and shit. That's why you went cross country for 12,000. And this is why he ain't fucking around now. My truck got to come back. So I'm going to charge you one way and then fucking deadhead back at my dime. This is where these guys don't know they cost. Not Big Mark. Fuck is you talking about? The customer paying for that shit. It's baked into the cost. And guess what? They pay it. Just because you don't know how to sell and you don't know how to do your calls, and then he ain't around no more. We know why. But you can go watch this in the content with his goofy ass. That's on you. That's why you not here no more. If I send a truck cross country, my truck got to come back at the customer's dime. Not my dime, the customer's dime. The labor, the fuel, the hotels, all the way down to the fucking per diem. The moment my crew leaves out of their home market, by law, I have to pay them a per diem. Shit goes to the customer. Charge the customer for that. Yo, I got you on $50 a day per diem. The trip there and the trip back. This is where these new guys, they don't know. But then want to argue with me. Ain't nobody going to say, no, they ain't going to pay you that because you don't know and you don't know how to sell. And you no different than the motherfucker that's running OTR that don't know they cost. Fuck, I'm going to send a truck to California and pay for it to come back. Man, when me and him was going back and forth, that shit pissed me the fuck off. How ignorant this motherfucker was, man. Mayflower, Atlas, Wheaton, they around here charging motherfuckers for the same job $40,000 and $50,000. Oh, ain't nobody gonna never pay. Man, sit your stupid ass up. Fuck you mean? Niggas out here paying $100,000 for moves. So that's where they get it fucked up at, because they don't know how to price it out. They don't know how to estimate all the cost, and then they lose on the return trip. I'm gonna spend too much time on that one. Hoarders can be good jobs. They can be jobs where they're not good. I talked about it yesterday. A hoarder job, very time consuming. Why? Because it's a lot of shit. You got to dig through shit. They might want to take certain shit, leave certain shit, take this, just put this in the alley, put this on the curb, don't put that on the truck. So you pulling out shit that they ain't seen in 30 years. If it's a clean hoard job, then by all means, it's profitable. If it's a nasty hoard job, similar to what the illustration is showing, me personally, I don't take nasty hoard jobs. Never have. The reason why I posted it is because it can be one of those jobs that it just takes a lot of time because of how much shit and just the customer you're pulling out shit. You're going into cracks and crevices and pulling out shit that they haven't seen. So now they're deciding, do they want to take it? Do they want to leave it? Set it to the side. Just set that to the side. Let me think about that. Depending on if it's clean or if it's nasty, obviously you can decide. I've like hoard jobs that my crews have gone to. If the shit wasn't organized hoard, an organized hoarder, then 9 times out of 10, like I specifically was on one during the pandemic. I swear to God, on everything I love. We got there, and this is why I say every time I try to give a person a chance on the south side or west side, it's just that shit always back up. The chick was fucking, all right, fuck it. I think it was a referral. That's why we did. Like, man, Mark, can you please, man? All right, bro, but if I send I was on that one. It's during the pandemic. I said, motherfucker, if I get over there and there's some bullshit, boy, I'm on. Man, got over there, boy. This was the last job too that day. I didn't want to do it. Man, get over there. This broad, man. Let me tell you something, man. This broad, man. You got a nigga living up in there with you, man. He ain't got no sense of nothing. We get there. She got all the boxes in the living room. It's about 50 boxes. Now, instead of her or him with his goofy ass stacking the boxes, this motherfucker, they would just pack the boxes, just throw them in a pile. Literally, the boxes, large, medium, small, all size boxes are just literally in a fucking pile. So now by them just throwing them in a pile, the corners are getting crushed. The weight from the shit that's on top that may be heavier than the shit that they put at the bottom, because they don't know no better, is crushing the boxes. So I get in there, I park in the alley, come up the back. She on the second floor, third floor. I walk through the kitchen. I see the little 1-bedroom that's, in the kitchen. That's the kids' room. I'm like, I get there in the living room, dining room area. I see all them boxes. I'm like, hell no. Hell no. She's like, what? Then I'll go in the little room on the side. The little room on the side, man. She got the mattress on the floor, man. The black mattress is like, y'all ain't got no sheet on this motherfucker, man. I ain't touching that. Y'all see the white stains, because it's a black mattress. So I'm looking at the white. If it was piss, you wouldn't really see it. It's white. You dig what I'm saying? And it's faint white. It's like off-white at this time. So I'm like, man, you squirting on the goddamn, you squirting. I'm not touching that, bro. We gone. So y'all gonna leave, man? We gone. I had to get out the professionalism. I'm in the hood. So I had to switch it up. I said, man, we ain't doing it. What you, man? Y'all ain't, man, we gone, bro. Look at this shit, bro. I ain't talk to her like I talk to the white folk. I had to switch it up. She wasn't gonna respect. Unfortunately, ma'am, unfortunately, due to the circumstances of the it's just not organized, and you can't do that with certain people, bro. We gone. She got the hollering and dude come out the closet, man. Boys, I'm with the two people I'm with. We all got it on us. Listen, it was just that time. It was just that time of there's a lot going on at this time in the city. So he come out hollering, we going down the stairs, and I'm just like, bro, we not doing it, bro. Y'all got shit in the living room just thrown in a pile. Like, y'all ain't ready, bro. It's late in the day, bro. Like, I ain't got time to be organized and shit. Like, why would you just throw the boxes in? You got 50 boxes like in a fucking pyramid pile, bro. Like, they crushed. So we not even gonna be able to stack these efficiently on the truck because the boxes are crushed. Like, why would you just do some nigga shit like that, bro? So I'm talking to him like, man, Joe, we gonna pay y'all. I said, bro, we don't need the money, bro. Like, you can holler from up there because I'm downstairs. Hey, man, I'm steady walking, but I'm looking back because, man, I don't know. I said, bro, you can holler all you want, bro. I already made my mind up. Bro. We ain't doing it. Like, man, this shit ain't right, bro. Y'all ain't organized. This shit wrong, bro. Y'all been sitting here all day. I said, man, they begged me to come do this motherfucker. Man, we ain't doing this shit, bro. Man, the truck and pulled off on buddy ass. Of course, I got to call my man, though. They ain't got their shit together, bro. I ain't doing this shit. This is my third job, bro. I want my shit to be, and this is why I say I don't do shit in the hood. It wasn't a hoard, but it was like a hoard because the shit was everywhere. It wasn't organized. You throw boxes in a pile? I never seen no shit like that ever before in my life. You mean to tell me you took the time to pack these fucking boxes, tape them up, and instead of just building a wall, box, you just pack the fucking box from the goddamn bedroom and just come toss it in a pile. Pack this box, throw it on the floor. And then you just got a pile of fucking boxes. Now the corners is getting crushed and shit, man. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Got little on that goofy ass, boy. What are you talking about? So you could do the hoards. Some hoards is clean. They're gonna take. Then you got the bad hoards. Now this is a bonus for like people like I said earlier who don't got a truck, or if you got a truck, packing and unpacking services. This is additional add-on if you offer packing and unpacking for your moving company. But if you don't have a truck and you just might want to do packing and unpacking, you know what I'm saying? So this is something where you can add on. This is like an add-on money maker. The job that I told you about yesterday or whatever live stream when I was saying I was going through I was on the job and I seen all the HIV mess. That was a pack job. So I was packing the bathroom. So I'm taking all the drawers and packing, and then I came through the vitamin pill drawer, and it was just a bunch of HIV medicine. So I'm like, oh my fucking God. So like on pack jobs, you're gonna see some shit that you weren't expecting to see. But it's a great add-on because you charge by the hour, you charge the materials, great markup on materials in the moving industry. So because obviously you have to have the material, the boxes, the dish packs, the bubble wrap, the craft paper, shrink wrap, all that shit, peanuts, depending on what you're packing, blankets, shrink wrap, all that shit. And then there's a markup on the material, and then you're charging them by the hour, depending on how many people, just like you would charge them for the move, the same hourly rate per mover. So it's a great add-on. And then, this whole live stream was just pretty much about how to create reoccurring revenue and building long-term wealth within your moving company, so you don't have to be like these guys that I be trying to help day in and day out who just don't think the right way, bro. This is the difference of you being here and looking to exit at year 10 or 11 or 12 or 13 or 14, 15, or being in year like we seen him or like Congo still trying to figure shit out. You want people, you want reoccurring revenue. You want recurring revenue. And notice I did get it out the mud, man. Get it out the mud, bro. Getting out the mud looking good, man. Reoccurring. Repeat business. Referrals. Look at everything I got, how I got it set. Repeat clients. Repeat business. Referrals. Consistent cash flow. Stable income. There was plenty more things I could have touched on, but you know, I try to speed this along. I want to talk one more thing about the big houses too, that a lot of people may not understand. And this is like something why I just, you know, a big house can fuck you up, especially a person on closing day. Like I could tell you how many customers have scheduled a move to move on closing day. And guess what happens on closing day? The bank ain't satisfied. The bank at the 11th hour on closing that the bank ain't satisfied. You know how many times I've had a customer has called and said, "Hey, Mark, we need to push the move back." Yeah, the bank is the underwriting or bank is still something came up. So the bank is just looking at something. The bank came up, they closed and got pushed back another week or 2 weeks. Man, I had one lady, the bank on closing day like 4 or 5 times, bro. So this lady, so now that truck that was scheduled for the whole day, that could have booked something else, now just sitting there. I swear to God, there's just one lady. Every fucking closing day, it's like we finally moved her, but the bank was just not satisfied. So every day, every closing day, some came up. The bank was just some came up. We seen something. We need you to write a statement. We need you to what happened back in '96? You look like you was 30 days late on your goddamn it Montgomery Rewards charge card. Can you explain to us why in 1996 you was 30 days late? We just saw it. It just came up. So we can't close with you today. Explain to us why you was late 30 days. No, you don't charge no cancellation fee. If a person is going to move with you and you just reschedule it, you can do what you want. I don't. I've never started a cancellation fee for something like that because I don't want to deter the customer. It's just an unfortunate situation that you, as a business person, you got to eat. You got to eat it. Imagine if I charge a customer $250 each time. For this particular customer, this happened with her 4 or 5 times. That would have been $1,000 fucking dollars. Now, what was the likelihood? How would the mood would have been if she would have still went with us on moving day? No, you just, I'm sorry that happened. And all right, what day you looking at? Yeah, we got a new day on the 15th. You just say, all right, fine. I'll schedule on the 15th. Crew will be there at 8 a.m. Crew will be there at 7 a.m. That's it. And that truck is down for the day. 26-footer just sitting there for the day. It's fine. It happens. But you get that with house moves. Sometimes customers, especially customers that want to move on closing day, it's happened quite a few times. Not just that one lady. I've had quite a few customers on closing day. The bank just wasn't, something popped up. They had to reschedule. So, all right. So, Yeah. So I think that's all I want to cover. So let's get the lines open here. I'm gonna take it's 3:30. I guess we'll talk to 4, maybe 4:15. Not too long. I hit the gym. Let's get the line open. Let's get that line open. Shout out to everybody who was in the Discord last night. Shout out to Eddie. Real good conversation, Eddie, last night. If you're watching, I really enjoyed that conversation last night. Appreciate you for indulging that information. Good conversation. Phone line is open. Number is 312-772-5483. 312-772-5483. This is moving week on the channel on the Mark the Mentor Show. We're concluding moving week. This is the week that people don't. We know we weren't expecting a lot of people. But I appreciate it. But everybody that's in here, notice that the few people that's in here, the likes are damn near the amount of people. This is the serious conversations. This is not the hype and all this shit. The people that are here today, they really want to know. 51 likes, 49 likes. Well, 51 because the people that 2 people liked on Facebook. So 50 likes on YouTube, 52 people. When we do the regular shit, the CPM, it'll be 102 people in here. 40 likes. So I appreciate everybody that's watching. I truly do. Moving week. And the phone line is open 312-772-5483. And I'll kick it with y'all for about another 30, 45 minutes. 30, 45 minutes. You dig? And we're going to get out of here. I don't know. I don't think I'm doing one tomorrow. I think tomorrow I'm going to go to the yard. I think I'm going to go to the yard, man. I ain't checked on my trucks in about a month and a half. Boy, I need to go out there. I need to go out there. That's what I'm probably going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow I probably won't do a show. I'll be back Monday, Tuesday. I know for sure I ain't doing the show. Guys, Thursday I ain't doing the show. So probably next week it'll be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Hopefully Friday, but if not, then I might only have to be able to do 2 next week. Monday and Wednesday for sure. Tuesday and Thursday I know for sure. No show. And Friday depends on how Thursday night goes. So phone line is open. Phone line is open. 312-772-5483. 5483. Shout out to John in the building. What is this supposed to mean? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, what up?
Mark,
What up?
this is George. Pick up and deliver moving service from yesterday.
Oh, yeah. You inspired my live stream today. Appreciate you.
Man, people called me from your live stream yesterday.
What they say?
Man, one guy was like, man, I live in Raleigh, man. Mark don't understand, man. He in Chicago, man. It's different, man. He was doing it back in 2014. He don't understand.
Oh, what?
He was just
2014? So
he was saying, I guess.
What about the shit that I was doing this decade? Like, why people?
Well, I know
people say I'm not associated with. That's back when I was starting. I've operated this decade.
But you and your, I guess Chicago. The way you were saying,
Don't
the
tell
price
me about nobody that don't want to put that shit up. Tell me about motherfuckers that want to come put the shit up, and we can put it up.
What do you mean?
Put it on the floor.
Oh, okay,
see, I ain't gonna call a motherfucker and say some shit if I ain't gonna put it on the floor.
Right.
I'm with all the smoke. I ain't dealt with all the smoke with everybody on YouTube, and I put it on the floor. Don't tell me about
I mean, he wasn't like throwing you under the bus. He watched the show.
Yeah, well, tell me to put it on the floor. Listen, don't come. I ain't gonna never come tell you what another motherfucker said. Ever.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Oh
I don't
man.
give a fuck what another
Yeah.
motherfucker said if they can't say it themselves. And
Right.
I don't want
Right.
to hear from another motherfucker. I don't want to hear from you what another motherfucker said, bro.
Yeah.
You did.
Nah, yeah, it was your show. I just didn't expect nobody to call me from that show, man.
They
I
can
was like,
call all
what?
they want.
Yeah. But now I did what you said today. Though I booked. I dropped the price. Lady need a executive desk and a rug move. I say I want to say 200, but Mark said drop the price. So I'm gonna drop it. I say, ma'am, you looking at 150 estimate. She says only 2 miles apart. I said I hope it ain't heavy, over 300 pounds. She said it's big, but she booked the job. So I was like, okay. So I'm gonna drop the price. I'm gonna try to run the ad, 150 an hour with 2 guys and see how this works. But I did it today because she didn't want to pay the 200, and I felt like it's a big heavy desk, so that's why I charge more for it,
Okay. I mean, bro. Y'all niggas, man, y'all got it how y'all gonna get it, bro. It's cool.
I'm trying
here to go back
to
and
drop the
forth, bro.
price.
I ain't here to go back and forth. I just got the news you can use.
Right. That's
Gem
why
for your
I use it.
win.
I ain't abuse it. I ain't abuse it. I dropped the price. I'm trying to get away from that, but I was like, okay, it's not a profit, it's volume. More volume, more revenue.
Okay.
Boom. So in 6 months, I'll check back when I have 1 more truck, 2 more trucks, and I come on the show and I'll say, okay, that's where I got it from.
Yeah. That's what you wanted. That's all you wanted to call and tell me what another motherfucker said, bro.
No, I was calling you because I'm telling you that the price, I did what you said. I dropped the price. That's why I was calling. I said, because we had a couple calls come in. Instead of me saying what I want to say, what I want to say, I dropped it 25-30%.
So if these people called you and they said, I don't know what I'm talking about, why you listening to me and not listening to them?
No, the guy just called. He heard me on your show, and he was saying that Mark live in Chicago, so he don't understand Raleigh district is apartments is different. So then he was like, them prices you got was back then. Nowadays the going rate for
150. No, that's a fucking lie. You think I was charging $150 an hour back then? I was charging $75 an hour for 2 guys, $100 an hour for 3. What are you talking about?
So what's the rate now for 2 guys?
The last price. This is the current last price.
Right.
You think I was charging $150 an hour in 2014, in 2013,
No.
2012, in 2011? This is the current price.
Okay. Current price
$75 an hour for 2 guys back then.
Back then. So what's current?
Right now, I would charge $115 for 2 guys.
Yeah, and that's what he was saying. That's way lower, but
listen to what
nobody
lower than what you would charge in Raleigh. You're right. Raleigh is a different market, a poorer market, a less dense market, a lower cost of living market. So you mean to tell me in a lower cost of living, a less dense, a less richer place, a less volume place, your market and my market, he in Chicago, so that means I'm supposed to charge cheaper than a person who's in a poorer place. And I'm not saying poor from a negative perspective. I'm just saying there's more money here.
Yeah.
The cost of living is higher here, so the labor cost is higher. The fuel, how much does it cost? How much is regular unleaded out there? How much is diesel out there?
270,
270.
Right.
For regular unleaded?
Yeah, 87 gas, about
277. The nearest gas station right now where I'm at, fucking regular unleaded is almost $4 a gallon. It's $3.69 a gallon.
God damn.
So if I'm so when people say shit like that, you got to be able to. So how is it a motherfucking market where people make more money, the cost of living is higher, the operational cost is higher? I'm able to charge cheaper.
115 for 2 guys an hour.
No, answer that question.
Definitely.
Since you challenged me, answer that question.
you got to do a lot of jobs to make money doing it that way.
Says
To
who?
be honest,
You do, but that's the point. Well, the point is you want to do. Who wants to not do a lot of work? How do you grow when you
right?
don't have the volume? How do you grow
Yeah,
when you don't have the volume? That's the point. Your money is in volume. It's not in single fucking jobs. This is
jobs.
why I told
Yeah.
you to read the fucking Made in America.
I ordered it. It's on Amazon Prime. It's on the way. Sam Walton.
So this is why,
Autobiography.
and I always get challenged like this, bro. I've been getting challenged like this since I've been on YouTube. But I don't get challenged no more because I'm still sitting here. So motherfuckers like, yeah, well. And I've dropped all the receipts. But at the end of the day, you don't make, like, if you want to scale and you want to grow, it's not going to happen with one truck, bro.
Nah, I know. That's why I'm finna get another.
Walmart wouldn't be
build this.
Walmart if they thought like you.
I finished that $2,000 job today though, and I didn't even charge them that much.
That's fine. But you said some very instrumental things yesterday, and you didn't understand what you were saying. When you talked about leads, in year 7, you shouldn't be looking for leads. In year 7, you shouldn't be on the phone with me right now talking and having this conversation. In year 7, you shouldn't have the time because you're busy with all your trucks. Year 7, your conversation level should not be where it is at year 7. And I'm not talking down to you. I'm just being honest with you. You dig what I'm saying? As it pertains to this industry. And I'm not trying to compare and contrast from my experience level at year 7, your experience level at year 7, my geographical location at year 7 in comparison to your geographical location at 7. What I'm saying is at year 7, mentally, your business acumen as it pertains to moving should be way more advanced than what it is.
Yeah, I think if I was 2 feet in, it probably would. It probably would. If I was 2 feet into moving, it would. All I did was moving 100%. 100%. I spread around a little bit, and you probably could focus on what's making the most money, in which I didn't do that. But I think when you started, like you, I heard you. I don't know if you said it to me or on the video, but you was like, when you post on Craigslist, your ad will be up there for 2 days or whatever, and it was free. So like, I feel like right now, you know how like CDLs, trucking, junk removal, all getting popular. Maybe it's more people doing the same thing now, which makes it a little bit more competitive versus 10 years ago.
And that's
being
fine.
a mover, I don't think it was popular then.
And I'm always transparent. I always say, like, what I was able to accomplish in my initial years of starting would not be possible today. I say this all the time. But at the end of the day, if you're in something, you always have to find ways to stay relevant and continuously have that revenue and those customers come in. So let's talk from year 1, 2010. By year 2020, the market was different. In year 2020, 2017, 2018, we started using Thumbtack. Thumbtack didn't exist back then. And even if it did exist, I didn't have the capital to pay for leads. It was a reason why I had to start using Thumbtack. Even though we got a big portion of business coming in that's repeat and referrals, we still always on the hunt for new customers, and we need write-offs.
Right.
So Craigslist was not a viable option anymore because, one, we outgrew it. That wasn't the customer that we wanted to entertain any longer. But we still have to market ourselves. We're still always on the hunt for new customers. This is why I can turn on a Thumbtack, and I don't know if you saw any of that content, and just leave that shit on unlimited for years.
On Thumbtack?
I showed it in the content. I'm spending $100, $150 a day, 7 days a week. It's in the content.
Wow. Thumbtack was I tried it
I'm
for
saying
a
it's on
quick
the
second.
floor. This is what I'm saying, big dog. With me, it's on the floor.
Thumbtack. That was expensive though.
The point that
I guess maybe I just
the point that I'm saying,
didn't try it all of them.
By year 7, things weren't the same. This is why we do a cross dock. This is why we find a mile. We started doing cross docking. The game didn't stay the same throughout the journey. I kept implementing
Right.
things.
Okay.
So no, it didn't stay. Why did I keep implementing things? Because things were changing. 2020 hit.
Right.
2020 hit. I made more changes. I didn't go in the direction where everybody else was going. I went in the opposite direction to my advantage.
Right.
Nothing
I
stays the
don't think
same.
what you're doing is wrong, but I
What
don't
I'm
think
doing is right. It's proven it is right now. Because when hindsight is 2020, everything I did was right. We speak in hindsight 2020 right now. Now, as far as what you doing, I'm just looking at it. If you come to me and you year 7 and
right.
we having a conversation and you sound like you a money getting ass motherfucker, right? Because you can't say you dibble and dabble in real estate, moving, furniture store. It sounds like you a serial entrepreneur, right?
Businessman.
Whatever. So guess what? If you got all this shit going on, you can't tell me that you don't want to make more money in moving. And if you could make more money in moving, you would.
I will. Exactly.
So in year
Nah, the
7,
moving. Yeah.
7, you can't give me no excuses on your foot, because every time you came and then I came back, well, man, I ain't all the way in it. I got the real estate. I got this. Man, I ain't 100% in it. To me, that's just excuses, big dog.
When I moved too, so imagine you live in Chicago, and in the 3rd, 4th year of your business, you move to a different location. So when I moved, it did take the pedal off the gas a little bit in that city because I'm not there. So it's gonna do what it do. But now I'm in a new city, so I'm 5-star reviews on both locations. So we growing, but it's I've been up here 2 years now, so going on 3rd year. So I mean,
So
it's growing, but
so I got 2 subscribers that they started watching my channel. And I didn't say this yesterday, but the people that have been watching my channel know Big Zoe. He been operating in your market, just following my blueprint since he's been watching the channel. You can go look at the content that I've done with Big Zoe. And I'm not saying this, but I didn't want to say it yesterday. He surpassed you just by following my blueprint in less time. More than half.
How long you been doing it?
Less than half of the time that you've been doing it in your market. And he's from New York. And you can go into content.
He might doing more revenue, but he ain't doing more profit. And he might not be doing more revenue, to be honest.
You said he might be doing more revenue, but he's not doing more profit.
He might, but might not. I still do a lot of revenue and a lot of profit.
Explain that to me.
Because we still do big jobs. Sometimes I might not use my truck. I might have to get a Penske or U-Haul. So we still do big jobs, even though I only got one truck. We rent a truck quite a bit too, but I just haven't purchased another truck. But I mean, we do quite a bit in revenue. Ain't at $1 million yet.
You
close.
do more revenue, but you're not doing more profit. I'm trying to figure out one.
No, I said if he do more revenue, like, so I never made a lot of money in my life. Like, even when I had a job, but I always made. I know how to save, and I have more profit. So even if me and you work or whatever, I never made the most revenue, but I always saved like 60-70% profit of my money when I did make make money. So that's how I got to where I got to. I never made millions of dollars, but when I did make $100,000, I could save 60, or I made 70, I could save 40, or I made 40, I could save 20.
Mm-hmm.
So I never made a lot of money. I was a mailman. I made $18 an hour, $1,200 every 2 weeks, and I bought houses. Every time I saved up $10,000, I bought a house, and I'd be back at zero, and then I collect first, last security, and I'd be back at $3,000. I ain't have a lot of money, but if I got 10, I would buy a house. But that was, like I said, back then too, when houses were cheaper. So I can't even compare that now to tell somebody to do that.
Dog, I want to focus on the moving, bro.
No, I'm talking about
houses, cool
profits.
I hear you, but I want to keep it on the moving shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying for the moving, with that guy, I don't know where you're doing the revenue. I was focused on profit first, But now, after talking to you and realizing how to scale, I can't necessarily do it because that's the hustle mentality.
You were focusing on profit
Yeah,
first. Explain that.
like so. I know if I got a job, I'm gonna spend 30% on labor. I'm profiting 7% on my jobs if I'm on the field. If I'm not in the field,
jobs.
before gas 70%, so 30% go to labor. So I got 70% to pay for my truck, my taxes, insurance, and myself. It makes sense.
What do you calculate?
30% go to labor.
What are you calculating for taxes?
Taxes about where I'm at, about 15%.
So, all right. So you saying 70% profit margin?
Yeah, I mean I'm saying 30% go to labor, so 7% that's what I got to use to pay the bills and pay myself.
So a 10-hour job, how much would your labor be? Since you do flat rate,
A 10-hour job,
yeah.
$200 an hour. That's gonna be about.
You not charging about that.
10 hours.
You charge.
I know a 10-hour job for me gonna be about. It depends on a 10-hour job is gonna probably be anywhere around $3,000. So I'm gonna spend 30% of $3,000. That's about $1,000.
So you're gonna spend. So you want to spend $900 on
Yeah.
on
labor. Yeah.
For 2 guys.
And then I have. It don't matter how many guys. They splitting it up. If it's 5 guys, probably on a job that big, $3,000 is probably gonna be at least 4 to 5 guys. So you take
so 5 guys
divided by 900. That's $200 a pop almost
for 10 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, these
$20 an hour.
You got crackheads working for you, big dog.
No, but I'm saying I mean everybody not get paid the same, but I do. I got people that
that's not even.
They're not the best workers. Right. The drivers get $25 an hour. So in that scenario, the drivers probably get $250 or $300, and then they're gonna get tipped too. So if a job that big, most likely
they're gonna get tipped, but you can't include they tip into their payroll. You can sell it to them like, yo, you're gonna get tips on the jobs, but at the end of the day, you can't try to use that to leverage. Yo, I'm only gonna pay you $15 an hour because the average job gonna tip you, so it's gonna equal out to about 20, 25 out of the tip. Because some days the customers ain't gonna tip them.
Yeah, if I do 10 hours, if a guy work 10 hours for me, I'm gonna have to give him $250. Everybody at least minimum, and the driver probably get $300. So I'm gonna try to charge more because I'm trying to get 30% to them. So I'm gonna add it up where it's 30%. If I gotta pay them $250 each, the bill gonna probably be a little bit higher. So it might be $3,500 instead of $3,000.
About 25.
How much?
I mean, 250, 10 hours is 225.
Yeah, I try to. Yeah, they're gonna make at least $250, or because not, that means I got too many people working. I'm not gonna have that. If they working 10 hours, you're gonna get $250. So I'm not gonna have that many people to make it where you're not making $250. Right. I'm not gonna bring it. I'm gonna make sure everybody make what they want to make.
Man, y'all got it, big dog.
$250 for a day. That's good money. If you don't got no license,
I ain't talking about that. I'm just thinking about the other shit you was talking about.
Oh yeah. If I do a job for $2,500, it's gonna cost me $1,000, and I'm gonna make $1,500.
I just feel like
if I do 3
years, bro, 7 years, you should be already got your exit plan.
You're right. Life, you got get sidetracked sometimes.
Shit, hell no.
But yeah, you might not. But you learn and you live. Learn and live. But I mean, if I just did strictly moving, I feel like I would be farther ahead. And that's part, I think, just being young, that's sometimes we think we can do more than what we can do. So, all right, I'm got this moving. 36.
So you started pretty much at the same age I started. I started at 30. You started at 29.
Yeah, I ain't had a W-2 job since I was 30. I quit the post office at 30, and I've been jobless. Well, I ain't had a job since 30. Yeah, I've been working for myself. I've been working for God, not myself. So that's what it is. So that's what people really need to learn from it. Do that, and everything will be all right. Because money gonna come and go. Yep.
It ain't gotta come and
But
go.
it's
It could just come.
yeah.
It could just come.
But you're gonna have to spend it. You can't take it with you.
That's the thing.
I live,
You ain't gotta
travel.
spend more than you got coming. You got more coming than you spending.
Yeah. But working for yourself, so you get making money. Whenever you're making a lot of money, it seems like you're making more than you are. So anytime, I feel like first time somebody make $100,000 a year or $300,000 a year, it seems like you're making $1 million, but it's really not.
No, it
But
don't.
that's what it felt.
If you make
It dang.
300, it don't seem like nothing. See, a motherfucker who it seem like, that's a motherfucker who ain't accounting for nothing.
Right.
It's coming, they
And
spending
that's what I'm
it. A
saying.
motherfucker that's accounting for shit that made 300, they know they made 300. They ain't gonna think they
300.
made it feel. Just go back when I say that
But your
feel
first
shit.
time making it is gonna feel like it, right?
No,
When you
I
never
disagree
made
with you.
six figures.
Let me. You say what?
I said your first time making $100,000 a year, anybody is gonna feel like a lot.
Let me tell you something, bro. The first year my company made 7 figures. I see it, but I ain't realize it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You say you see it, but you
I
didn't
see
realize
it
you was
because I'm
making that
looking
much.
at the books. I see the revenue that's coming in. We averaging about $90,000 to $100,000 a month. I'm looking at it. I see it.
So it didn't make you
I
spend more
understand
making
it,
that much.
but I didn't realize it. You know why I didn't realize it? Even though I see it, I'm doing the books. I'm sending the shit to the accountant, and I know it, but I'm not realizing it because I'm too busy working. I'm not embracing it because a lot of people I'm chasing the workload, the volume, the consistency. I'm not basking in, oh my God, we did the unthinkable. A nigga from the east side started with nothing. Generated a 7-figure business. We just hit I'm counting the motherfucker down. All right, we had 999,996 gross revenue. As soon as this last truck finishes for the day and they call in for the invoices, it's gonna put us over. I'm looking at the revenue coming in. I'm not chasing that particular milestone to realize it. That shit really didn't like hit me until the following year when sitting with the accountant tax time. And he said, you know, how's it feel to have your first 7-figure year? I already knew it was that, but I didn't take the time to bask in it until right when he said it. Because I'm on the run.
So your spending wasn't higher because you was making so much. You knew you was
spending gonna always. Here's the thing: the more my spending is high because of what's going on. The profit margin in this industry is small anyway. So money coming.
So what's your profit
margin? What's your
profit margin?
20%.
20%. You're talking about after everything. Dang.
And it will fluctuate. It will fluctuate depending, you know. But average across the board, average is 20%. Some years more, some years a little less. 2017 wasn't a good year for me. We were profitable, but the moving company had to save the final mile company because it was the first year I was cross-docking, and it was a lot of losses. A lot of the revenue that we earned, we hadn't even received yet because it was we get paid when you get paid. So it was
most people not gonna be able to do what you did. That's the thing.
And you know what?
$1 million in a year.
Go ahead.
That's a lot, man. No, I said $1 million because to you get it, but like to most people, no matter, I don't think people realize how much work you was doing to get that. So it's just like
it's hard. There's a content creator on YouTube. I'm not on YouTube, on Instagram that's done it. He did it this past year. You know, so it's possible, bro. You know, so and the work, you're right. And it's not necessarily a lot of people ain't gonna do the work. A lot of people ain't gonna get an opportunity to do the work because most people that come into this industry that I see, they fail within the first 180 days.
So you should get my props. I made it past 180 days. Right?
You made it past 180 days, but where I'm challenging you at is where you should be in 7 years. You're not there.
7 years.
And I know, just listening to the conversation with everything else that you said, if you could, and if you had the acumen, and if you educated yourself to a point where you could, you would.
Right. You're right.
So this is where I'm challenging you. You pushing back, you dancing, but I'm just dancing with you, and you stepping on my feet. I'm leading. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh man, you stepping on Big Mark.
See, you gonna let people get you in this trap. See, you done let somebody to gas you up to call in, and you thought it's never gonna go that way, big dog. You done let motherfucker.
Hey, my cousin, I didn't never know nothing about you, man. I didn't know nothing about you.
You gotta learn. You gotta learn.
I'm learning. I just found out yesterday.
You let him gas you up. He knew what he was doing when he gassed you up.
Yeah, he said you retired. I said, man, I'm wrong, man. I got. He retired. I can't say nothing. I put him on, Big Mark.
I already put him on. He don't want to listen. So, shit, he like
hey, Mark, I listen to you, right? Hey, look, I know he got potential. He can be a millionaire like you. That's why I put him on you, Mark.
Because I'm a millionaire.
Huh?
I'm poor.
Man.
I ain't got shit. I'm fucked up out here, boy. I'm telling you, it's rough. It's hard, boy. It's just, man, give me a super chat, bro. Drop a little super chat, help a nigga out.
How you do that?
Big Mark.
I'm bullshitting with you, bro. But yeah.
I'm in there. I'm finna take off. Don't worry.
7 years, you supposed to have an exit plan, bro. You talking about moving, bro. Like,
you're right.
It ain't forever, bro.
The customer got me upset today. They said, man, you strong. I was like, man, I gotta stop listening.
Shit, you know? Every time I get down on that mat in the gym, I gotta stretch the hips. The hips is, I'm telling you, them hips get the fucking up. Then the next thing is what the fucking up is the knee. Cause now all the pressure go on the knee. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, you 7 in, nigga. Shit, by 7 in, nigga, I already knew I was coming out. In 2017, I knew 2025 was my out. Nigga, I got an early out because of the pandemic and fools. I appreciate all the fools. Right. But if the pandemic would never happened, last year would have been my out. December 31st, 2025 was my day. So this is what I'm saying. In year 7, you don't have an out. You know what?
My out was when I quit the post. When I quit the post office, man, that was my out. I was done.
You quit the post office at 29.
Yeah, but I did that much real estate.
Here's what I'm saying. You know what's your out? Here's what you gotta understand. I talked about it last week, big dog. You still on the truck, right?
Right.
Okay.
I enjoy it. I swear.
Your out is when your money working for you. You still working for money, big dog.
I don't think I have to drive the truck.
You missing the point.
No, you said when you're out is when you're not driving the truck.
Out was at 29. Okay, explain. Yeah. Out at 29. Explain to me what that means.
Because I had enough income coming in from my rental properties where it covered my lifestyle. So
if you stop moving the truck today, you got enough rental income that you can just do nothing.
No, I might have to sell some stuff, but nah.
Go. There go.
Yeah.
See, there go. It's right there. So you know what that tells me? You know what that tells me? You don't have a diverse portfolio. Mm-hmm. You don't have a diverse asset portfolio. You don't have enough capital working for you. You work for money, so you get to a point once you allocate the money into the correct investments, years down the line, the money starts working for you. You have to work for money and get to a point where the money starts working for you. See how I can talk to you right now? You think I'm making money talking to you? No. I'm not Anton Daniels. I'm not fucking the lead attorney. Those channels make $100,000 plus a month. This channel makes nothing. So this is pro bono. You know how I can afford to do this?
I don't.
It's because I put myself in a situation after years of wear and tear, mentally and physically from working, and allocating the revenue that was coming in into the correct investments to a point where the money is actually doing the work. It don't happen overnight, and that's from a diverse. You're talking about property, stocks, crypto, the work, the business portfolio, personal portfolios, even down to life insurance policies.
Darn. You know what? I had a big moving company.
This is all being done throughout the years of doing exactly what you're doing. That's what I'm saying. By year 7, you should. When I asked you yesterday, I said, "What's your exit?" You still ain't gave me the answer because you don't have one.
I ain't got there yet. All right.
Now you got 7 years that are gone. We can't get them back, bro. Them gone.
Right.
But think about if you had this conversation with me 7 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't talk to nobody. I was just trial and error, and nobody around me, even around you.
There,
how many people are your friends?
Bro, didn't nobody know? I didn't have that.
Oh, you had no mentor doing $1 million?
Nobody talk about it all the time. I didn't have nobody to lean on or talk to, or that new business. There was no business people in my family. I didn't know any business people. I didn't have any friends that had business people. I had to buckle down and learn this shit. It's just now granted, I do got a degree in business, right? And I'm an observer. So when I worked in retail in college, when I did my little night promotion thing, when I worked at Target after college, I observed and I took in a lot of things that I learned. I talk about it on the channel. I talk about how I learned meeting the needs of the business. This is something when I worked at the Gap that they used to always repeat. And I remembered that and I instilled that in my business when I would have to do corrective action, or I would have to boost morale or motivate employees to do things that I needed to do. I don't give a fuck about what it is that you talking about right now on the clock. You working. I need you to meet the needs of the business. So if I need you to do this extra job, or if I need you to go above and beyond, right now I need you to meet the needs of the business. See, I would have never known how to articulate that if I never would have been in this situation 12 years prior, learning that from an operational standpoint when I worked there. So even with jobs that I worked, I consume knowledge and information. I'm not just there being a robot in the stock room, replenishing the floor and telling people what their schedule is and shit like that. I'm observing still. And I'm applying shit that I learned. So it was a lot of things that I was able to apply from just my journey and from my education, but then it was a lot of shit that I brick walls that I hit, and I had to find the information. But see, here's the thing. A lot of people, when they hit these brick walls, you know what they don't do? They don't go search for it. See, I search for it. I'm not going to give up. After a full day of moving, and it's 10, 11 o'clock at night, I'm on the computer searching. I'm trying different marketing techniques. Man, these people keep calling me about these couch deliveries. But I noticed something that they keep saying. They keep saying, yeah, every company they call, they want to charge them like they doing a full move. And all I got is a couch. Fuck it, $99. That's when the light bulb pops up. $99 couch delivery. I'm not thinking. See how you thinking? That ain't enough money. I'm not thinking like that. I'm thinking like after I go pick it up the time, yeah, I'm probably gonna make. If I'm on the truck back when I started it, I'm gonna make decent money, but I still kept it going. Once I removed myself from the trucks and I
You
got
did
trucks
it
going.
without you on the truck? $99?
When I was on the truck, that's when I started it. But even when I came off the truck, I still kept that 99 shit going. The company obviously gonna make this is different when it's me and one other guy and I'm doing 99. When you got a truck out there and you got people out there and you still doing $99, obviously you got to pay labor. My labor might cost me $40, and the material and the fuel, depending on the distance, may cost me another $10, $15. So I may be $50 all in, maybe $60. So I'm still operating on a 40% profit margin, 30 to 40% profit margin. $30, $40 is good for that truck in an hour, because I'm also looking at like, this is a customer that we charge $99 to go pick up a couch that they bought on a marketplace, deliver it to them. 9 times out of 10, they in an apartment. So it's a possibility at some point this year or next year, they're going to call us to do what?
Yeah, the
A
move.
move. See how that work?
Mm-hmm.
So you know what we call
Small
that?
bait,
You know what I call
big
that?
bait.
You know what I call that?
What is that?
Customer acquisition. See how you thinking about shit yesterday? That ain't enough money. I don't think at it like that. The company just netted $30 that I didn't have to pay for that customer acquisition. That customer paid me to put me in front of them. The efficiency. Hey, you guys do full service moving? Yeah, I got a move coming up. Or next year, hey, you guys picked up a couch for me last year. I was talking to the guy and said you do full service moving too. See, you would have looked at it, enough money. Me, that's customer acquisition.
No, that's how I started. That's what my company called pick up and
going
delivery.
off how you talk yesterday, bro. I can only go off you say, well, oh man, there ain't $1,000. There ain't enough money. When you said that shit blew my mind. That shit blew
For a
my mind.
26-foot truckload. That's why I said that.
Man, that shit blew my mind, big dog. That's what I'm saying. If I was in your market, you listen to your buddy. If I come to your market, I'm taking everything. If that's how you run this shit and you operate, I'm gonna take everything. And I'm gonna take your guys too. I'm gonna give them 30. I might give them 35.
I pay them by the job, so they might get 35 for that.
Nigga, I was paying niggas $50 an hour a few years ago. On everything I love.
Oh man.
Yeah. See, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I'm not looking at how you look at it. I'm looking at the profit margin.
Right. A real business like Walmart. I get it. I learned from yesterday.
Absolutely, you do the start.
So if you had to start from scratch right now, in North Carolina, Raleigh,
16 foot or 26?
16 foot.
I'm starting
26.
I'm starting with a 16, maybe a 20.
Mm-hmm. Small job apartments. Yeah, they got apartments going up everywhere, man.
Apartments.
Every corner.
I'm doing all apartments because they're gonna give me a bigger footprint, bro. I'm looking for the footprint. The footprint is what's going to give you the longevity, which is going to put you in front of more people, which is going to allow you to grow. Them big 5 bedrooms, you're not going to see them no more. They don't have a social. They're not social. They're the people that they socialize with are just like them.
Yeah.
So what's the likelihood of them knowing somebody that's moving an apartment? Their friends are probably homeowners. They settled. I'm looking for people that's going to continue to use me and refer me because they hanging with people that's similar to them. This is what's going to keep the cash flow coming in, and this is why I'm not going to have to spend money on ad spend like the next person, because 50% or 40% or 60% of my inbound calls are repeat or referrals, and this is enough coming in to continue to keep me profitable.
Without spending all that advertisement. Yep. I thought about doing that this year, man. Because I do get quite a bit of repeat customers. I was like, I spend right now about $1,000 to $1,500 a month on advertisement between Craigslist, Google, cards, brochures, all that, you know?
Say that one more time.
I said I spend around 1,000 to 1,500. I do Craigslist, Google, Facebook. I don't pay for Facebook ads. No, not Facebook. US the mail out mailers, and brochures.
See, I never
So
did
about-
mailers, brochures. I never did none of that shit. The most I did.
I mean, the brochures, we pass them out to customers when we do you. Like, say, I move you, we give you a brochure. We go to a storage unit, we leave brochure. We go to assisted living facility apartments, I leave brochures. You know, just leaving them out.
I just think 7 years, bro. I just feel like, you know, I'm not going to. So we got to figure out why. Well, not really why, but what you can do, because like 7 years, you supposed to be like gone already, bro. Like you shouldn't even be 7 years. You shouldn't even be out there.
Yeah, well, you know what? I say this too. It's probably, I ain't gonna say too much, but I did have like a contract, and I wasn't focused on my brand no more. I was just working for this company, so I was booked up doing that.
You said you started working in when you was 29.
No, I wasn't like W-2. You know, like you got a box truck and you like a subcontractor, basically, right? Makes sense. Like not Amazon, but like working. I have my own box truck, but I'm moving furniture for them. So
what was who was the 3PL?
I can't say the name of that because that's what happened. I was doing too much work, and I started doing 25 drivers all over the East Coast, and that kind of messed that up. But that's what I was thinking about now when you said
3PL. Like, why you can't say who the 3PL was?
Wait, what do I mean 3PL?
You said you had a contract.
Yes.
So who was the name of the company that gave you the contract? What was you delivering? Let me ask you this: what was you delivering in this contract?
Furniture.
For what? For what retailer?
It was like furniture stores. I'll tell you all there. But the whole thing about it, it was instead of me just doing it myself, I hired other people to do it in other markets, you know, under me, which you can't do that. So that ended after a few years. But basically, while I was doing that, I wasn't really advertising for myself because I was working with them so much. So I was just getting as it come, but I was busy doing probably a lot of jobs for them, you know, when I first started out. So, but that's what I was going to say to you. So the couch delivery, pickup and delivery, I had drivers all over to do these jobs. Do you think that'd be a good investment far as, because like even drivers now, they still call me for jobs, but I would have to advertise nationwide. That's my goal, to advertise pickup and delivery nationwide and use these drivers I got. So I got like 25 drivers with box trucks from up to Connecticut all the way down to Florida, Texas.
See, that's what the problem is right there. You just like the guy who called in from Minnesota. That's why y'all be stagnant.
Doing too much.
Doing too much, focus on too much, trying to be something that you don't even have the acumen to really successfully do.
I did it successfully. It's just
you didn't do it successfully.
I did. I didn't have any bad thing. It was just you know.
I can give you the time period when you was doing this. It was sometime between 2020 and 2022.
No, we in 2026. This is recent. Yeah, this is recent.
When was you doing this?
2024, 2023, 2022, all that.
So when year did you start doing that?
Probably like 2021.
Same thing, bro.
Yeah.
Same thing, bro. Like, the reason why.
I mean, the time frame is not a big.
Forget the end time frame. Is when the opportunity presented itself. During that time, a lot of people let a lot of shit go. I just literally at the beginning of the show, I was talking about Amazon as far as like how they relaxed on a lot of compliance, because if they would have been strict as they are now, it would have reduced the amount of trucks that they would have had to push the volume out. It's just like if you got so much work and not enough people, but there are people that have what you need, but you know what? If you tighten up the rules, that's going to it's going to eliminate 50% of the people. So instead, you just turn a blind eye to like small little things so you can get the shit done. That's what was going on at that time.
But that's what my business. It's because a lot of people big companies don't do one-off couch deliveries. So it's a lot of people with trucks and trailers, and they call me still, and they like, man, I want jobs.
One-off couch deliveries. What you mean by that?
Like, say you got like a couch and a dresser, you need to pick up and deliver. You can't really call a two-man truck. They don't really promote that type. They don't do that as much.
Who are we talking?
That's why.
What type of entity are we talking about?
Like small jobs under $300, $400.
We talking about
big moving companies.
Okay, I covered that in the lecture. Big moving companies will charge you like it's a move, and that's where I said
right. That's what I'm saying.
Marketplace. I talked about that.
Yeah, no, I was saying it's an opportunity. I wanted to do it, worldwide because I got the model set up for it. My website, you can book.
You missing a point. You're talking worldwide, and you haven't even mastered it where you're from.
I have. I do a lot of jobs.
So you got a truck right now that could do 5 to 10 couch or mattress and box springs pickups 5-6 days a week in Raleigh.
Yep. Yes.
So why you ain't doing it?
Done. I don't have that much. You mean the volume coming in?
Hey, dog. Here's the thing. If you had that type of consistent volume of calls coming in, one, you wouldn't be talking to me as long as you're talking to me now because your phone would be ringing.
I got people answering the phone. I don't answer the phone all day.
Two, if you had that type of consistency, you would be doing it. You would be meeting the demand. The demand is there. You would be answering the call. If you had that many people, if you had 5 to 10 people calling you day in and day out.
No, I don't have 5 to 10 people. I thought you said, could I handle that? My bad.
No, I said, did you have?
I thought you said, could I handle that? No. Okay. That's why I called you. I was trying to get off Craigslist and get that. I need more of that.
Okay. Here's
that.
how you get that. By a footprint. In 7 years, you should have a footprint in the marketplace to the point where you're getting all types of calls. You getting those calls, you getting studio calls, you getting 1-bedroom calls, you getting 3-bedroom calls, you getting 4-5-bedroom calls, you getting dorm calls, you getting just a few items calls, you getting local furniture stores saying, hey man, our truck broke down. Can you give us a truck for a week? You getting them calls, you getting a senior living facility calls, you get you getting all types of calls because you have a footprint in the marketplace.
I got 3 years in Raleigh. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
7 years I've been doing it, but I've been living up here 3 years.
3 years is still.
So you can't.
3 years still.
Right. And I'm saying the customer I did yesterday, that was repeat. We got 2-3 jobs tomorrow. I got 3 jobs Saturday. So it's not like we're not doing work. It's just, I guess, like better, higher paying jobs. That's what the initial call was about. We do 300-400 jobs all day. That's like
what
my
do you mean
main
higher
thing.
Paying jobs, bro?
That again, $300-$400 jobs.
You say you want better higher paying jobs. You just bragged to me yesterday that you charge a motherfucker $2,000 for. To me, that wasn't even $1,000 worth of work.
I went back today and did more work, and I didn't charge them no more.
What do you mean higher paying when, based on the conversation and shit that you telling me, I feel like you overcharging people.
No, my average job is $400. So I might get 2 jobs out the month paying $2,000-$3,000, but my average job is pickup and deliveries. Is like I said, was like $400. So I don't do whole houses or big moves every week. You want more
higher paying jobs, big dog. What do you mean by that?
Like I want to be working with a customer for 4 hours, stuff like that.
Why? You just told me yesterday you gonna do a 5-bedroom and have it loaded in 2 hours. You just gonna send more guys. Now you telling me you want longer jobs? Remember we had this conversation yesterday, bro. Now you are saying the complete opposite.
No, 4-hour job with 2 guys. That's different now. If I got a big house, yeah. Either way, the price point. I'm trying to get the price point to like my average job, maybe $800, dollars.
You
right now,
you didn't watch
jobs.
You didn't listen to nothing that I said earlier. You must have tuned in late.
Today's show or yesterday's show? I'm still on yesterday's show.
Today's show. You must have tuned in right when it was the call time because your buddy he geeked you.
Yeah.
Go at Mark. You don't know he's not out.
No, I called you because I dropped the price and I booked the job.
Yeah. So
the lady was like, "Oh, that's too much." So I said, "You know what? 150." She was like, "Yeah, I can do that." I said, "Okay, so let me drop the prices 20-30% when people call me from now on and see how booked out we can get." Because I know if whatever I'm thinking in my head, if I say 30% lower, that's gonna give me a higher ratio of yeses.
What was this job consist of?
Executive desk and a rug, probably going 2-3 miles between two houses.
And where'd you originally code her?
200, depending on how heavy the desk is. Because like older people, we get. I mean, that's the thing too. Most of my customers 55 plus, so I try to get pictures. Some of the people don't know how to work the phone, but
if it's an L-shaped executive desk, you should just be able to take the L.
No, not an L shape, just a regular executive desk.
Oh yeah, that's 150.
Yeah.
What,
so
area rug or like what type of rug?
Yeah, she just said an area rug.
Roll that shit up.
Just one rug.
Throw 2 pieces of tape, top, bottom, center. Whop. Wrap it with shrink wrap, or you just roll it up, tape it. Whop. Boom. Wrap the desk. Whop. You said 2 miles.
Yeah.
150.
Yeah. It was just like I was just used to doing the jobs myself. So like in that truck, that's in Florida. So I got 2 guys in that truck and I got a salesperson in that truck. So 30% go to so a person do the estimates for me, like do the sales.
Why you need that for? What you pay them?
10%.
Why?
Because I can't go do all so sometimes the older people we have to come to their house and get them an estimate. I can't just
why do you need
do it over the phone?
Something that you could do yourself. You just like the Congo.
I'm talking about in Florida. In Florida, I live in North Carolina. So in Florida, I got full operation down there. So when we get the job, somebody got to go. If it's a big job, say like maybe $1,000 plus, sometimes we go look at it. If it's needed. I'm not there. That's like you having a truck in New York or somewhere else. You're gonna have somebody to go. Sometimes they're not gonna do the job.
I wouldn't have one truck here and then one truck there. Like, bro, I'm gonna take over my market. I'm gonna find a void in the marketplace in my market, and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna focus on something that I can control. See, me, I've never been the person. You a great case study because I talk about guys like you all the time.
I got a lot of customers there. That's why I started.
Everything you say sounds good. It sounds great. To a motherfucker who don't.
I don't have to. I got enough customers there where I'm gonna get calls every day.
I hear what you're saying.
So,
but man, we looking at 7. I'm looking at the 7 of them.
Yeah, I move. So it is definitely it's harder to run a business when you're not living there. So I wouldn't recommend.
Man, I'm talking
it, but
fuck there. We talking about here. We can stick on here, Fayetteville or wherever. Where's that? Raleigh, Cold World. Where's that? Cold World?
Yeah.
That's what y'all call it.
J. Cole.
Cold World.
J. Cole.
All right, whatever. We can focus on that.
Don't worry. Hey, I'm gonna take over Raleigh. Give me
because
some time.
I got young boys down there that's been watching the channel that's in that market that's doing way. Hey man, is Big Zo watching? Big Zo probably ain't watching. We ain't see him in the chat in a minute. Hold on, let me see something real quick.
You got nobody on the channel doing more than me in the market, man. Not in this market. I run from Raleigh to Greensboro to Charlotte.
Oh. I'm doing a little search. I moved somebody from here to Raleigh, 408 East Hargard Street, Raleigh, North Carolina, 27601.
Downtown.
I don't know. You tell me. I'm just going through my old. I'm in my calendar shit. So I just typed in Raleigh in the search, and all the jobs that my company moved to Raleigh over the course of all the years is just popping up. I moved someone to. Oh no, this person's name is Raleigh. Hold on, let's go back. Raleigh.
To make an ad on Craigslist for Raleigh, and I'm gonna go do the job, and I'm gonna see the money. See how many jobs you can get. 115 an hour.
You said do what?
Run an ad on Craigslist with your numbers, with your hourly rate, and I'm gonna go run the jobs and see the money. I'm gonna see how much you can make.
Why? What makes you think? Why would I want to do that?
I want to see how this works.
You do it yourself. I don't work for you.
Nah. You said it ain't no dogs out there.
I mean, like I
The
work for
phone
you.
ringing.
I'm saying run that.
No, I'm saying
You
the
talking?
phone's ringing. The phone gonna be ringing. I'm gonna get the job done. You gonna make the money?
Bro, I don't care about that money. Motherfucker be
I
offering me
thought I
$20,000 to mentor
well,
him. I turn that shit down. Motherfucker went and wrote a review. This nigga wouldn't even take my $20. That nigga was mad I didn't take his 20. Nigga, what you think I
20 what?
need that money? I don't need that money.
Nah, man, it could be for a show. You know,
Man, I'm
I
straight.
never. I'm even thinking about
Oh,
going.
you could do that shit yourself, bro. What you think this oh, let me go. Nah, nigga, fuck all that. You do that shit yourself. You said it to me like I was just gonna be like, okay.
Nah.
Oh,
you
okay.
said $125. Yeah, I want to see the phone ring. $125. I was gonna kind of customers I'm gonna be pulling up on.
Shit, I gave you the sauce.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see.
Here's what
I
I'm
might
saying,
just
big
start
dog.
at
Here's what
150.
I'm saying. It's just not gonna happen overnight because you don't have a footprint.
I do have a
You
footprint.
miss it. No, you don't. Listen to me, bro.
We do jobs every day.
Listen to me, bro. If you had an over amount of inbound calls calling to book you, you would have more than one truck. The business would tell you, it would be demanding you. Look, we turning away 10, 15 people a day. We turning away 6, 7
Right.
people a day. After you get those calls and you steady, your truck is steady booked, but you steady turning people away, eventually a bulb gonna pop in your head like, yo, I'm turning
Get
away
another
6,
truck.
7 people a day. Let me go get another truck.
I
And
do
so
need another
on and
truck though
so
right
forth.
now, to
So
be
if you
honest.
had that shit and you telling me you got furniture store, you got real estate, that's letting me
I need
know
another
that
truck.
you're a serial entrepreneur, you're a businessman, that to the point where it's cut and dry that if the volume of inbound leads and calls were coming in, you would have another truck. I don't think you would just be telling them no and leave all that money on the table.
No.
All right, so listen, you're talking to a guy who's very, 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 very seasoned. So the shit ain't gonna
I
fly
go
over my
rent
head.
one
You
though
said
if it
something that flew over
get
my
that
head
serious.
yesterday, and it didn't fly over my head. It's just the conversation. I didn't catch it, and I don't even remember what it was. But when I was listening to the call back yesterday, I'm like, damn, I didn't even catch that. If I would have caught that, I'd have got him. I can't remember what it was. You lucky I don't remember because you said something yesterday, and I didn't catch it when you said it because I was kind of talking. I said, man, if I'd have caught him said that, I can't remember what it was right now. You lucky. You said something yesterday, and I'm like, if I would have heard him say that.
You got it motivated though. I promise. I'm finna do it. I'm gonna get another truck real soon because
don't get it because
I didn't know that was the determinant factor.
No.
I'm gonna get busy once because my truck already. I need a truck for my furnace. We do pickups all week for free, and then I do moving. So this is a lot for this truck. So I do need another truck anyway.
No, the business ain't dictating it. You just want to go get it.
It is.
Come back and tell me. If the business was dictating, it would already been done.
That's why I had to sell a truck because I had too many trucks, and I wasn't doing the business. Pull it out. I had 3 trucks, man, and it was down 2 in Florida, and it ain't the same. You got to have them with you, man. It's just people ain't going to take care of your stuff like you is, so it's a lesson learned. But it's coming. It's coming. But if you, it's dogs out there that want to work, so you,
it ain't about the dogs, it's about business, big dog.
Right. So, but I'm saying somebody get it done. I can get it done. That's what I do. I was gonna say that a moving owner, a big company in Raleigh, he actually selling his moving business, and he actually want me to try to buy it. And I actually seen the inside of a big moving company. I was like, I don't even know if all that storage, them storage boxes and moving. There's a lot.
Watch my channel that came to me and somebody tried to sell them their moving company, and this is public.
Mm-hmm.
It played out in the Discord, so people in the Discord didn't play out on the channel.
Right.
Against my advice. Because once he laid everything on the table that the owner had, the debt, everything, I told him it was a bad deal.
Mm-hmm.
I explained to him why, and this didn't happen in private. This happened in public.
Right.
Guess what he did?
What happened? He still bought it.
He did it anyway. Guess how long it lasted?
A year.
Like 2 months, 3 months. Guess where he is now?
Where?
Out of business.
Man. Oh, you wouldn't buy no moving company. You'd start yours from scratch no matter what.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the situation he was in.
Oh, just what?
The way it was presented, and he came to me for advice, and he laid it all on the table, the books, everything, and I explained to him why it wasn't a good deal, and I forecasted it. See, a lot of shit happens on the channel. It's a lot of shit happens in the Discord that the people on the channel see. Everything I told him was going to happen, down to how the owner was going to play him. It didn't even take 60 days. Everything I told him that was going to happen happened. Down to how the owner was playing him, played him the exact same way. It played out exactly the way I told him it was going to play out.
Did you sell your moving company or you just stopped it?
I sold the assets.
You sold the assets, okay. Yeah. And it's like a 20, this guy got 20 trucks, but it's a big company, you know, they got a lot of reviews, a lot of history, been in probably, what, $750.
He got 20 trucks and he's selling for $750?
Yeah.
Where's this at? Where's this at again?
In Raleigh.
What's the name of it?
I definitely can't say that. He would. No, I can't say that.
If he's selling it, what the fuck you mean?
No. I don't think he put it out public. He just, because I did a job for him. He just told me, you know, like if I was interested, you know, because he's getting at that age where he's trying to, you know, get out.
So have you done an evaluation on it?
No, I just talked to him. I mean, he told me I think he do like $1.5 million a year. But at the same time, they're spending about $100,000.
Do you know what the IBIT is?
No, I don't. No, we didn't. He said I had to sign an NDA to get all that information, like taxes and all that stuff. But I mean, it seemed like it's break even because there's so many guys.
But I'm saying
turn up the trucks.
You don't have any information to say what it seems like because you don't have any information. So do you have?
Well, I would say it's doing like, you know, it's like 1.5 a year, and then it's costing about 1.2 to run it. So you think about
he's selling it for $750.
Right.
You telling me it's generating 1.5.
Right.
It's costing them 1.2.
Right. A year. That's what I was like.
For $750.
Right.
So let me ask you this. What's his reason for selling it? You don't need an NDA for that.
Well, you know what? He honestly said he was like, he just, you know, mismanaged a little bit. You know, things getting out of hand, and he getting older. He's an older guy.
He mismanaged it a little bit.
But it's not, to me, I mean, it looked, from the outside looking in, it's good. He's like, I'm thinking it's a multi-million-dollar company. I'm like, man, I can't buy this business. He was like, man, it's not what you think it is. So I'm like, you know. But he just, you know, what did that sound like to you, though? What kind of, that don't sound like it's worth it. That's too much stuff to manage to make $300,000 a year to me. But you say he's trying to get up to 2.5 before he really, but he said the price probably be higher then.
This is in Raleigh, you said?
Yeah.
He got a storage facility, right?
Yeah. Storage, a bunch of crates, man. I'm like, geez, that's a lot.
Well, and nothing I can really do, and I can't really say because you don't have any information. So
yeah, I mean, he didn't. That's the only information he really gave me.
Based on what you're saying, it don't sound good. So until you look at the books, but based on what he said personally, it don't sound good.
Don't sound like too good, yeah. And I don't think he was like, it's really a good time to buy it because I guess he's in his position. But yeah, the numbers didn't sound good to me either because I'm like, that's a lot of work to only make that amount, to be honest. But he told me honestly, he was like, man, I made more money when I was smaller. He was like, I'm telling you, and you, if you, I guess he was just saying do it right because once you get that big, it just is so much more expensive. You know, he was like, you can do a
Start
job for half the
warehousing.
cost. I can do it.
And see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I know you don't watch. The whole
Mm.
lecture today was about the money being in the small opportunities. I gave a scenario where the profit margin was way bigger for something that only took 2 hours than something that would take 4 hours and it would use a truck. And then it go a little bit further when you talk about warehousing. 2017 was a rough year for me because the first year I was cross docking. I was in a better situation just having an empty warehouse like I had all those previous years.
Rather than having all the storages.
Just operating out of it. You know what I'm saying? Just having a warehouse there and not utilizing it at its full potential. Like I was just storing cars in there, like my cars. And certain trucks I would park in there and shit like that and keep them inside versus outside. But there was no freight coming in there. The moment I started utilizing it at its full potential for freight, if I didn't have the moving company, I would have failed in 2017. If the moving company wasn't there, if I wasn't diversified, my profitable, successful final mile company would have met his demise in 2017.
Because of the warehouse?
The warehouse, the cost that was associated with it that I just didn't account for. And the opportunity, what they didn't tell me, they told me that the pay was going to be weekly after 45 day. It was initial 45 day hold and the settlements start rolling in week by week. But what they didn't tell me and what I didn't think to ask, and that's why I'm saying it took me 8 years to say I was fully well versed. So in 2016, when I got this, fourth quarter of 2016, as the freight started to inbound Q1 2017 and build up, I didn't understand that I didn't get paid until they got paid. So it wasn't a net 30, it wasn't a net 60, it wasn't a net 45. It was we'll get paid, you'll get paid when we get paid. So if this delivery that you do today doesn't pay us, accounts receivable, accounts payable from Wayfair for this particular delivery don't pay us for 180 days, then you ain't gonna get paid. So if they get paid for this one particular delivery 180 days later, they got paid. But guess what? Now it's got to go through accounts payable for them. They came through accounts receivable, right? But now it's got to go to accounts payable. So they got it 180 days later. So now accounts payable on this end may take 30 to 45 days.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once I was done with that, the day I ended that and we didn't take no more orders, I had payments still rolling in every single week for 8 months. That's how much money they owed me.
They owed you
8 months, every single week for 8 months. After that shit ended, I got a settlement for 8 months. That was almost a year. So for a lot of the shit that we did in 2017, that first year, I was funding it and wasn't getting the kickback on it. And it would be certain peaks, right? Where, we'll get hit with a bunch of reverse logistics or we'll get hit with a bunch of deliveries. So now my volume is picking up. So that means my payroll for this particular leg of my business has picked up. So now when it's time to pay these people, plus the cost to operate fuel and shit is higher. But my settlements it's not matching what it's costing me. You see what I'm saying? So I might have did this much volume. Now I got this much cost for the previous pay cycle, but the settlements that's coming in for this particular part of my business is not equaling it, right? Like I've had weeks where we might have did a shit ton of work and then my settlement be 700. Next week it might be 5,000. The week after that might be 1,100. The week after that might be 2,200. The week after that might be $400 fucking dollars. It all depends on when accounts receivables coming in on that side, and 30 to 45 days for accounts payable for me to get it. And guess what? Every order is not, so it's all when they get paid. So
would you have no interest in ever doing a moving business again, do you?
too old.
Yeah.
Too old, and just I did it. I was successful at it. I won. I had timing played a part for me on the entry. Timing played a part for me on the exit. I have to truly say, even though I'm a smart person, I'm a good businessman, timing for me was good at the beginning, and timing was good for me at the end. Like, I was blessed. I can't sit up here and just can attribute my success all to me. Timing played a big part of it too. I'm always gonna be.
And that's what I was saying. That's why, like, I guess.
But here. Let me finish. The acumen. I have to give credit to the acumen and the decisions too, because the timing on the entrance played a good role. But if I didn't have the business acumen or the discipline,
it wouldn't work.
No, it would have worked. If I didn't have the discipline and the business acumen and understanding business and appropriate and allocate the money correctly when time was going good, that perfect exit that presented itself, I wouldn't have been in position to take advantage of it. So for instance, let's say I would have went out and just over leveraged myself and just financed every truck instead of following my model, cash is king.
Right.
And that time came, it's possible that half of my fleet I would have still been financing.
Right.
With less employees because of the pandemic and the PPP and all that shit, right?
Right.
I wouldn't have been in a situation where I could offload the assets at an appreciated value because I didn't own them.
Right.
So perfect, right decision making on how I acquired my vehicles. Also, as far as managing the business and the money coming in. What if I would have went out and did the done to done like most people do?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying that Mark ain't driving luxury sedans and shit, but not the way the ignorant people do it.
Right.
These are leases under the business. We need the write-offs anyway. Mark never owned a $100,000, $200,000, $250,000 car, but my business has leased quite a few of them. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I didn't.
And that's why I took a lesson
trick
too. I
off
learned
money. I didn't do this. So throughout the process of the journey, real estate, stocks, this portfolio, that portfolio, investment here, investment there, investment here, investment there. So now when the opportunity comes, that's unforeseen. You know, we can't see the future. I'm in a position. You have people that fuck off when things are going good, and then when things happen, they be like, damn, I wish I would have did this. You have to seize the moment when it's there and do the right thing, because you don't know what's going to happen. What may happen may not be something bad. That was bad as far as the health, but it presented me with a great opportunity to exit.
Right.
If I wouldn't have did what I if I wouldn't have did what I was supposed to do, I wouldn't have been in the position to exit. I'd have been like, damn, if I didn't have a note on these fucking trucks, if I didn't do this, I could have fucking sold this shit and I could have been gone. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So timing played a pivotal role at the beginning because I started during the housing market crash. I exited during the pandemic. It was the best time to exit.
Yeah.
My assets are paid for a decade prior, damn near. I'm selling shit for more than I bought it for when I bought it. 9 years prior, 10 years prior.
Yeah.
It never happened. So
that's what I learned, though, I think, from that, going to that company, listening, talking to you. I need to grow faster, but also that cash flow, man. It seemed like is tight the bigger you get, because you're
Mm,
growing.
well, yeah, when you grow, the more money more you spend. So with warehousing, it introduced. See, warehousing just sitting, I'm just paying rent. Warehousing is
Right.
operating now. The cost of the operation, security,
Yeah.
pit bulls,
Mm-hmm.
more trash because we doing white glove. So I went from a 2-yarder because the only trash I needed was just for the office, shredded paper, lunch and shit like that. I went from a 2-yarder to a 2-yarder and an 8-yarder, 8-yard, 10-yard one, to another 8-yarder or 10-yard. I can't remember if it was 8-yard or 10-yarder. For one pickup a week for all of these, right? One was a recyclable, the other two are trash. For one pickup a week for 3 of those containers to 2 pickups a week. So now that's increased.
Yeah.
The dogs, the food for the dogs, the veterinarian bills for the dogs, more materials because not only are we doing delivery, we also doing reverse logistics. We picking shit up. 50% of the shit we deliver for Wayfair, a week too later, we was really picking that shit back up. Go pick that shit back up. But in order to ship it back, if they didn't tell us to destroy and discard, we had to prep it for a middle mount truck to come pick it up. So now that's more shrink wrap. Pallets, I didn't have to pay for pallets because I'm storing all the pallets on all the inbound freight.
Right.
So more material to ship shit back. Labor.
A lot.
The fucking forklift. I had to get a forklift. The propane. The repairs on the forklift. That motherfucker was seemed like it was breaking down every 2 months. That's $150 an hour for Crown or Atlas or whoever I called to come out there and fix it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time the motherfucker needed a starter. This motherfucker said, I got to go back to the warehouse. They was out of South Holland. And I'm like, well, you going to stop the clock? He said, no. I said, so you mean to tell me you going to keep me on the clock to drive back to get a part? He said, yeah. And they start charging
That's
you
why I
from
said
the
I don't
moment they
know.
leave
You
their
asked me
place. So
yesterday.
even when he was done, I still had to pay another hour for them to get back.
Get back.
You see what I'm saying? So the forklift, the propane, the repairs.
Something to think about. That's why when you said how big you want to grow, after seeing all that yesterday, it really, like, do I want to grow that much to do all that, or it's an eye opener.
I mean, here's the thing, bro. I mean, I never expected to do that. As you work hard, you keep your head down and you just work. A lot of opportunities that came across me were presented to me, but like when I got into Final Mile, I didn't know Final Mile existed. The reason why how I got into Final Mile is because Dynamics called me because of a situation that they were having, and they went on Yelp and they saw me, and I happened to be at the top of the list. Goes back to what I say, footprint. If I wouldn't have generated enough jobs and somebody took the chance to go write a review on us on Yelp, at that point it was probably like 5 or 6 reviews. Yelp was still early at that particular time in 2013, 2012, 2013, I believe. 2013. That opportunity that really helped to catapult me, I would have never got that call. The reason why that call came is because of the footprint that I had in the moving industry. I never knew about Final Mile. I didn't go seeking for it. It came to me. The cross-docking opportunity came to me. They reached out to me based on their research. Yo, we see you got a warehouse at this location, blah, blah, blah. Would you be interested in doing this? They presented me with a proposal.
Right.
I didn't know, because at that point of 3-4 years of doing Final Mile delivery, my understanding was always sending my trucks to a 3PL. My trucks was going out to Wooddale, to Dynamic, or if we were Select Express, they was going to the stores and picking shit up. Or if it was XPO, my contract with XPO, they was going to Bolingbrook, and so on and so forth, depending on. I never knew that there was a company that was just a middleman and they only dealt with people that had warehouse and they send shit directly to you. That opportunity presented itself to me. Why? The footprint. They found me.
Oh,
This is why I'm saying in the lecture,
but
when you create a footprint, whether it be moving, final mile, opportunities will find you.
fine, yeah. That's what I'm finna. Hey, you got the spark. I'm gonna take the action. I'm gonna do exactly what you said, and I'm gonna put 2 peaks into moving, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. That's what I'm gonna do.
But no, to answer your question, I would never do it again. At this
Never
point,
do again. Yeah.
I'm too old, bro. I'm too old to physically get out there and do it consistently at the
Do
rate
it.
that I did
Yeah.
early on. And the patience, see, like I got patience to talk. I don't have the patience
Right.
to deal with what I dealing with people now that I would have to deal with is different than dealing with people then. Now I probably would. I ain't gonna lie. I hate to say it, but dealing with the type of motherfucker you gotta deal with now might not make it, bro. Somebody ain't gonna make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just
That's
can't.
why
You can't
I'm
have
like,
you can't be a strict disciplinarian or just a shrewd, straight to business. A motherfucker take shit the wrong way. Man, I need you to meet the needs of the business. Man, who the fuck you talking to? Oh, blow that bitch
right.
up. See, back then when a motherfucker threatened you, a disgruntled employee, it was a 20% chance he was going to do it. Now a disgruntled motherfucker said they said, nigga, when I get back to that yard, I'm finna tear that bitch up. It's a 95%
80%
chance
now.
they gonna do it. You dig what I'm saying? Times
Oh
have
man.
changed. You dig what I'm saying?
Hey, look.
So
People call me with the they be getting the voice, and I had to slow down on them. I'm like, man, because we walked into some mess one time, you know.
yeah.
I'm
So
like,
it's just
geez.
things have changed. So like you can't. Nah, I wouldn't. By the grace
You
of
wouldn't do
God.
it.
By the grace of
Well, if
God.
I find a real estate deal, I'm gonna call you, Mark, because I know you'll do that. That's what I ain't the best mover, but my gift for gab is I find deals, real estate deals.
Okay. Well, let me see what you got, big dog.
I will. A deal when it come. I just don't. They don't. I don't know. A lot of times I don't expect it. It come out, and I pull the trigger and go. If I find something, I'll let you know.
All right, big dog.
All right. Appreciate it, man.
All right, look.
Sweet.
Appreciate that super chat, Cassius King. Appreciate that. Chatter than trucking. Where you been at? I ain't seen you in a minute. He said these YNs getting active. Man, bro, that's what I'm saying. Hell no, boy. I done told y'all some stories of some disgruntled employees, Like, but now a disgruntled employee, you can't see back then you could take a disgruntled employee for a wolf ticket, woofing. Man, that motherfucker woofing. He might, bro, but man, I got stack here. We straight. You straight. You got you. It's on you. You got. I bet. He know better to. They know better to come up here with that shit. Nowadays, these motherfuckers be off all types of shit, and they be on that. Hell no, bro. It's a 95% chance if they say, "Look, hey, Mark, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you this, Mark. I told you I ain't going up 3 flights of stairs. You talking about this meet the needs of the business shit? I ain't trying to hit none of that shit you talking about, Fono. Listen, Mark. Listen. I'm telling you, I feel like you playing with me right now. I told your ass I wasn't going up them 3 flights on phone them grave. You know I'm gonna tell you this, Mark. When I get back to the yard, I swear to God, I'm gonna tear that bitch up. I'm gonna tear that bitch up. Be there if you want to. I got 50 bop on me right now. It's on me right now on your truck. I'm phone them grave. I got a 50 bopper right now with me. I'm gonna sniff this perk. I'm gonna sniff this perk on the way back to the yard. And I'm gonna light that bitch up. See, now I'm gonna be like, you know what? He probably gonna do that shit. He probably gonna do that shit. What we gonna do? I only got the 40 on me today, and I only brought one extra clip. God damn, bro. I can't leave. So what we gonna do? All right, man, call for them. Get them all up here. Get everybody up here. Get everybody up here. Tell you, watch the damn tracking. Watch the truck on the tracking. Get everybody up here. Let's set a perimeter. Let's set a perimeter. Man, wait, where he from? He from over there? Who we know over there? Who we know over there? Who we know? Get them on the phone. Let's phone them. Cause man, dude ass is tweaking. He said he gonna sniff a whole perk. So it ain't gonna be no if, ands, or maybe. Like he own that. He own that now. Get them cars. No, get the cars out of here. Get the cars out of here. Put some of them U-Haul trucks in the front. Put them U-Haul. Fuck them U-Haul trucks. I ain't worried about it. Get my trucks out the way. Get the cars, get the trucks out the way. Put the U-Haul trucks in front. Lock the gate. Shit, bro. What the fuck? Nigga, you only brought the 9 with you today? God damn, bro. I only got the 40. I only got an extra clip. This nigga say he got a 50 bopper. And he on the perk. Hell no, bro. I ain't got time to deal with that shit, bro. Hell to the no. He said, Mark, the Amazon relay carriers are in full-blown panic mode right now with that info I sent you earlier. Yeah, man, that hack is, I showed it earlier. I showed it in the monologue. Yeah, that hack is, man, bro. Amazon relay really tightening up on the Amazon guys over the past couple of years, man, making it tough for the the relay Amazonians. They definitely got to switch. Definitely got to switch. Or like Kirk say, a switcher. They got a switcher. You said the Lions would do it for $5K? Where you been at, Sosa? Boy, motherfuckers getting their shit knocked back for $500. What you, like, hey, man, you can get a motherfucker go on here for $500. 500 will get a motherfucker out the way. Now, for you, where you been at? Where you at? Motherfucker will get you out the way for $500. $500? Hell no, bro. But get you gone for $500. Shit. Motherfuckers get you out of the way for a 5-piece nugget. Shit. He said times are tough. Shit. Motherfucker. Shit. It's like these shorties now, they doing it for sport, for fun. So a motherfucker doing for sport, for fun, that's going to lower the cost. Yeah, $500 to get a motherfucker out the way. Get a motherfucker gone. Shit. That's why y'all can't be playing with motherfuckers, man. Shit. Motherfucker can't be playing with motherfuckers out here nowadays. Especially these shorties, boy. Shorties ain't trying to hit nothing. All right. That concludes moving week on the channel. Tomorrow I'm probably not gonna be here. We're gonna take tomorrow. I gotta do some shit. But I will be releasing some shorts and some what do you call it? Clips and shit like that for your viewing pleasure over the course of the weekend, and we'll be back here Monday. I don't know, I may do a Discord conversation maybe in the next couple days. I did one last night, so shout out to the people that was in there last night. Catch y'all next week. Peace.